our sex play is we talk in Tuscan to each other.
True.
Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are working class nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, February 17th, 2022, and you can find this Game Update 6.5 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away. You can also watch me terribly fail at video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can find me every single Monday night at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find both of us on Twitter. I'm at MarcusB814.
I'm at Nick Vern, that's NickVern, and this week's episode, we've been overrun with kitty litter. The kitties have invaded the show. There are cat toys everywhere and hocked up fur balls all over the floor. So without further ado, welcome back, Kitty Kisses, and welcome to the show, Kitty Treats. So happy you're both here. And what have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to kick a fur ball out of the way. I just puked.
So Treats, what have you been up to?
Oh gosh, lots and lots of fun stuff. Well, I did write some notes, so I just want to go through this so I don't forget. But
Sure.
my first ever playthrough, like full 70, like did all the chapters, all the story was on a Jedi Shadow. But I don't know, like I thought that my favorite class was Sentinel. Like I love it. Like it's super active, but then I don't know. I can't remember what made us pick Jedi Shadow for me. I don't know why we picked that. Do you remember, Kitty? Why we picked that?
I think it was you wanted to try something different, and Shadow is very different.
It's
from
super
Sentinel.
different. So like I normally don't like stealth characters at all. Like I played World of Warcraft for years and I tried rogues, all different specs. Didn't like them, but now like I played through everything on the Jedi Shadow. I'm like obsessed with it. Like it's like super fun. I think it might be the main character that I play through the 7.0 story. So I'm like super excited about it. Yeah.
You know what I love about the Shadow?
What's
the
that?
spinny move.
The spinny move is awesome. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Every time I did it,
Is
I
that
would
what you
just
say?
scream that at the top of my lungs. Spinny move.
Is that what yeah. Like
Every time.
I have my own too.
What did you say, babe?
Twist and flick. Twist and flick.
Exactly. So, what's funny about the Shadow is that I didn't know until I was on Tatooine that I could go invisible. And I was just fighting everything because I'm a Mara main. And everybody's like, Marcus, you can go invisible. I have that move. They're like, are you kidding me?
I have that move.
Why do you think
And then I went invisible and I was like, oh, wow, my life got a lot easier.
It's so fun. It's like super fun.
It's
I feel
super
like
fun.
It's really versatile too. Like you don't die that easily and you can just like cloak out of stuff if you start dying. It's super fun and the animations are awesome.
Yeah, I like the animations on those too.
The only thing that like when we were playing it at first, like Kitty and I were dual streaming it and he played a Sentinel and I'm like all butthurt a little bit because I love Sentinels, but I didn't want to play the same thing. But then like he's like kicking ass, as a lower level tune. And then my character kind of the abilities come kind of slow. Like you don't get Shadow Stride until I forget what level you get it, but it's way, way later, like 50 or something like that.
Way late.
Way late.
And by the time you get it, you're like, oh my God. But then once you get it, you put it in your rotation. It's like super freaking fun. Like it's like, I don't know. It's just like You start
It's
learning how
natural.
to use it. Yeah, you start learning
Mhm.
how to use it in your rotation. They're like, all right, I got this. This is fucking awesome. Like, I'm obsessed with it now. So I think that might be my new main. I didn't think it would be, though. I thought Sentinel was going to be it, but so I'm going to
See-
obsess with that.
Just hearing the word Sentinel, I don't know what that means. It
Oh.
doesn't
Sentinel is
compute.
like, I think in definition, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like a guard of some kind. Like you're like the
Nick.
ranger
Centurion?
almost. Yeah. Oh, you
Nick,
mean the
we're
class?
talking-
that-
yes,
the class
It
of
means
Sentinel.
that all you
Oh
do
my
is
God.
marauder.
Hey, everybody, we're out. The podcast is over. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for coming on the show.
Thank you,
This has
everybody.
been wonderful. Yep. See you later,
Cheers.
everybody.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, I'll put my big boy brain on now.
Wow.
Your alpha brain.
My alpha brain. Yeah.
Whoa.
boy. Oh, boy.
Whoa.
So you got a new main. What else you
Yeah.
got going on?
What else? Let's see. Oh, you know what? Like this week, it's so funny. I took off this, what was it? Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to do the 7.0 goodies. And I just learned that I got Monday off as well. So we get an extra day to game.
Very
I'm
nice.
super excited about that. That's something
Love
that just
that.
popped in my head. But yeah, I mean, it's like this dual streaming stuff has been super fun. So having an extra day, like, I love
And
it.
it's
I
like
bet- I
you're in
wanna
a
dissect
Discord
that
call
meter.
with somebody. It's like you're in a Discord call with somebody without being in Discord. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like you have that banter back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super
And
fun.
I think I don't know if it was today or yesterday or like somebody was like, oh, it's like we have like 5 Saturdays in a row.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly it. Yeah,
That's
we're
what
like,
yeah.
it was. I equated it to Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Saturday, 5
Over and
Saturdays
over
in a
again.
row. It's great.
Yeah, and then we get an extra day too. So I found out I was off work another day. I'm like, yes.
Like we
So it's
wake
like-
up, do some morning stuff, and then we stream, eat, lay around, go to bed, rinse, repeat.
It is the
Fucking
best.
amazing.
It's
You don't have to hide the sex
It's
by
fucking
saying morning
awesome.
stuff.
What do you want to know about the sex? Okay.
Yeah, what do you
well-
want to know? Hit me.
No. I mean, come
oh
on.
my god.
We
Go,
don't
you
have to.
pervert.
Well, I've been
Do you know how it
given
works, right? With the dick and a vagina, right?
Yes. The key
Yeah.
is to hot dog it. You don't
Yeah,
actually
well,
go in.
Well, you
Right.
can do that too, but
That's what
apparently,
Joey in middle school told me. So
I mean,
it must be
apparently,
true.
you know, it works. Why not try it?
Oh my
Well, yeah, we choke each other till we pass out, and then whatever.
Right. But I've been called a cocksmith, so whatever.
She is. She's a cocksmith.
And a ballsmith, apparently.
Yeah. She knows what she's doing down there.
I love it.
I'm
This is my
impressed.
favorite thing.
Oh
Okay, can we circle back for 1 second? First of all, love the conversation. Totally
Right.
fine with this. Second, what this is going to bother me unless I look it up? What does a cocksmith actually mean?
There you go, Kitty.
I gotta go.
No, it's a real. No, it's a word for something else.
Go ahead,
All right, I'm just
Kitty.
Googling
You're
it.
the one that.
Well, my definition of a cocksmith,
No.
because I think you could
no.
figure it out.
No, I'm wrong.
I-
I'm thinking of something else. I'm
I
thinking of
mean-
coxswain.
I don't know what
You've got
that is.
cocks on the brain, is
What
what's
the fuck
happening.
that?
He's Greek.
He's Greek.
Hold on. Yes, a coxswain is defined as an officer of a ship who takes care of the cockboat, barge, or shallop with all its furniture and is in readiness with his crew to man the boat on all occasions.
So it's the
That's
same
not
definition.
what I was talking about. Has nothing to do with a boat, unless you're speaking metaphorically.
Basically, a coxswain is a cocksmith, but deals with more semen.
Right.
'Cause
And that's
that was impressive.
oh,
that's nothing. You guys have that's nothing.
that's the Chipotle engaging.
That's
It-
right.
It is. Activate.
Chipotle engage.
Activate. The black beans have activated.
Go
so
towards the light, Carol Ann. It's a food ghost.
so Treats, I know that you did, but I gotta ask, how do you accidentally play something in vet mode?
Well, I don't know. To be honest, I was doing the stories and we got to this one point. I forget what it was, but I just kept dying over and over again, and my companions were being real stupid and, you know, getting my ass killed. But it was like, what the fuck is going on? I keep dying. And then Kitty's like, well, what's your chat like difficulty mode right now? And it was veteran. I have no idea. I'd been playing it like that for what? The whole
the entire day.
Yeah, like the whole day, maybe before that. I have
Wow.
no idea.
And
But-
what planet were we on? Onderon? And
yeah, I
so
think so.
anytime she was in an instance, it was in veteran mode. And I didn't even know that you could do that.
Right.
Me neither.
And
That
I
way
was
you could
like
play
fine
story
with
content in different difficulties.
it. It
Yeah.
was fine. Like it was totally fine until that one fight and I died.
She's like, yeah, my companions keep getting their asses kicked. And I'm like, what level are they? 50, she says. And I'm like, what?
I know.
Be right.
It took
No
us about 15 minutes to figure it out. Because we're like, okay, try it again.
Right.
Leave the instance, come back in, and
Mhm.
But
And then-
I'm like, are you wearing gear?
Yeah, I'm not naked. My character wasn't naked. But yeah, I switched it to story mode. Of course, it's a lot easier. And then I started doing, more of the story in story mode. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is a lot easier than what
Right.
it has been.
But now she kicks ass
Yes.
at her
like,
shadow. She is so good now.
I'm like, this is fucking great. I'm like,
I bet.
now I,
You're used to all the veteran.
right. Like now I got
conflict.
all the, got my rotation down, which I love. I love rotations. That's one of my favorite things about gaming. So yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Made me like him even more.
I've got 25K bits ready.
Oh my gosh. No way.
Oh no. No.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
He's
Oh,
not gonna
man.
get in trouble. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah. And then I can say, and here's $250.
Yes.
Oh,
But
boy.
yeah.
So, what days do you stream Kitty Treats? Solo.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Because actually, I'm having to take a little bit of a break from solo streaming because at my place, my internet is too crappy to stream. It sucks. I can almost barely play the game because it's like
What?
30 Mbps.
Really?
It's shit. Yes, it's
Yeah,
horrible.
but why?
Well, so my roommate, she's a homeowner, but she's also a housemate.
Yeah.
Kook.
Mm-hmm.
When I when I first moved, when I first was setting up like the rental or whatever, she's like, yeah, the internet's super fast. It's always worked great. Me and the other roommate, we work from home. We do Zoom meetings. It's awesome. And if it's ever not awesome, I'll make it right. We'll get faster internet. You'll be good to go. And I told her, yeah, because I online game, I stream, I do all this stuff. And she's like, yeah, you'll be fine. Well, if we need to up it, we will. So right when I moved in, it was like way too slow. I'm like, okay, we got to up it. We gotta up it because I can't even game on this. And so then she tells me that she can't because I suggested the fiber optic, internet because it's super fast. I'm like, hell yeah, the provider you have has this available. Let's do it. I'll pay, extra, whatever. But she says no, we can't do it because she can't have the increased electromagnetic fields or whatever from the electricity. Because she's allergic to electricity.
Now, here's the kicker.
So,
What does she do for a job?
I'm glad you asked. So she's been going to this online boot camp for coding to be a coder in the tech industry. And like
Oh
I-
my God.
I didn't know
How
how
does
to
this person
handle
own
it.
property?
Right. And so it's like I just was like staring at her and I'm so glad that like at the time I was wearing a mask because my face was like all crunched up like the fuck are you talking about? Like like what the fuck? Like
Wow.
really?
So,
Yes.
do you have a
so-
lease?
No, it's month
All
to
right,
month.
time to find a new fucking apartment.
No
No
shit.
kidding.
Holy
packing.
shit! Yeah,
No shit, right?
Home
Yeah.
Depot has really cheap
Avengers
boxes.
assemble.
I know. Like so yeah, that's where I'm at now. So I'm basically I'm talking to her again about it. I'm giving her another chance because she's a super, super nice person. Aside from that weird thing, she is super nice. The other roommate there, he's super nice too. So if we could work it out, that'd be awesome. So I don't have to move again. But we'll see. That's where I'm at though. I'm trying to make it work. So for now, the dual streams are awesome. And we're just trying to do more of those whenever we get the chance.
Yeah, that just means I can save more bits. until the day.
True.
Well, but you should be, even if you're spending the night at Kitty's house, at
Mhm.
least you can stream that night by yourself.
True.
Just pick one night a week that Kitty's going to bed at like 3 p.m. and
Yeah,
you can
you would
just
like
stream.
that, wouldn't
Hey,
you?
3:30.
I've never met somebody in my life that goes to bed so early.
He does go to bed really early. Like he usually wants to go to sleep at like before 7. At 7 is a good time. We never usually do because we typically watch shows and stuff, but
Yeah.
yep,
Mm.
he's usually asleep by 7:30 for sure.
Wow.
Mhm.
Kisses.
Out.
What have you been doing?
Well, thank you for asking. And thank you guys for having us back on, or having
Of
me
course.
back on. I feel like I should be getting my mail here now. I've been on so much.
Well, what's so funny is that whenever I get messages, there's so many people, like everybody always has something to say about certain guests. But
Mhm.
every time you come on, somebody is like, oh my God, the show is so fucking great and it's hilarious and he's on. And it becomes like NC-17.
Get
and
ready.
I just laugh. Yeah.
It goes from
Right.
M to NC-17.
Get ready, because I've got something I want to share with everybody. But I'm going to tease that for right now and tell you other things that I've been doing.
Okay.
Um,
That sounds fine as long as you say it later in the Martian Rowe voice.
oh, how does the Martian Road go? We'll do it later.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. I'm just
We'll
kidding.
do it later.
And
All
just so for the record, the newest, the final book in phase 1 that I just finished,
Mhm.
they changed Martian's name. So in all the other books, it was Martian. In this third book, it's Markion.
Is it just
Oh,
the
maybe-
pronunciation, or
Yes, they changed the pronunciation. It just weirds me out.
I think they did that one the other ones, or maybe they
No,
it was
no.
some and some.
No.
Well, the new Johnny Depp movie is actually called Pirates of the Caribbean, so kind of goes up.
Instead of Caribbean.
Okay. So something really cool happened the other day. Is Chimeri came into town, and he has seen the beautiful Rooney, who is also a streamer. And so Chimeri, Rooney, Kitty Treats, Chill, and myself, we all went out for dinner.
Wow.
And it was really fun to just kind of sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about, all the stuff that we love, that all of us love to talk about. It was really, really cool. And it was kind of surreal.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, it really
hey, there's Chimeri sitting right next to me. Hey, there's Rooney.
Mhm.
Right. And it's that first like 4 or 5 minutes, you're just like,
In awe.
wow, the fuck?
Yeah.
I play
Yes.
video games with this person and he's sitting in front of me or she's sitting in front of me. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a real
cool,
human.
though. I like it.
Yes.
It's makes it more real. But these people, they feel like family, so it's just kind of like this weird family reunion. But
Yeah.
like you haven't seen them in a while. Is kind of how it feels, even though you've never met them before. I don't know.
Right.
It's so different.
Well,
And
go ahead.
that's kind of like the way it is with radio. When you see somebody that's on the radio and you only hear their voice, or a podcast, and you've never seen them their mouths actually
Oh.
form words, it's always like a weird little adjustment period. Same with voice actors. Whenever we're like, oh, who plays this character in SWTOR, I always look it up and then I go to a video of them so I can see them talking, because
Oh.
it's always kind of surreal for a moment to watch them actually,
Mhm.
form words and conjugate, and you're like, they sound just like they do in person, like they
Right.
wouldn't.
Well, you'd be surprised. Yeah. Okay. So, quick sidebar: the main villain in Halo Infinite is as this brute named Escharum. He's got a
Oh,
crazy
right.
and that's voiced by Darren DePaul, who sounds nothing like that in real life.
Right.
Mhm.
Darren DePaul has that. He has an amazing voice and a very,
Yeah.
very versatile voice.
Yeah.
So I could see him getting under, fucking you up and not knowing it's him all the time. Whereas like John DiMaggio, you're like, that's Bender.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's Bender. So,
Mhm.
but anyway, so that was really, really, really fun. And I think what was another thing that's kind of just like silly, but was interesting, was that watching them choose their food, because we went to a food pod. So there was like 7 or 8 different types of food all in one place, and everybody chose different stuff. And I was like, oh, all right. Chimeri's a ramen guy. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, you like
You know.
learn more about the people.
Yeah, It's just interesting. It's
So are you saying you can tell a lot by a person by what they eat?
no,
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of interesting.
I think you
and
can.
I know I completely understand that everybody's a human being and we're all real, but watching, those folks eat made them seem more real.
Yeah.
If that even makes sense. You know what I
No,
mean? It's like,
I
oh
get
yeah. And then, surprise, spoiler alert, we're all going to take shits later because we ate the food, because everybody's the same. Yeah, right.
We all take shits.
It is
Yeah.
it is funny and awesome to meet somebody that you either see on camera or hear their voice on a podcast, because for years Nick and I were just a voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we started streaming, and then, it started to grow like that. And it's like now we see each other, right? You see people stream.
Yeah.
And we said this the first time you came on, Kitty. It's weird because on a stream, you're talking one way,
Correct.
right? You're using your voice while I'm typing, or somebody else is typing.
Exactly.
And then that first time you actually get to have a conversation, like back and forth, the banter, it makes it real. And then when you finally meet them, like we went out to dinner with Chimeri.
Yep.
And
He lives fairly close to us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like an hour or 2 hours of us just shooting the shit, talking about everything under the sun.
Right.
And it was fantastic. So
yeah,
I
it's
do
great. It's super fun. I would love to. I'm kind of hoping that he ends up moving over to the Pacific
Me too.
Northwest, and then we can all kind of kick it. What I really want to do, and now this is real nerdy, but I would love for Chimeri, Rooney, Chill, Kitty Treats, and myself to come over and play Roll Top Star Wars in real life
Yes.
and record it. I think that would be super fun.
Wait, what do you want to play? Roll Top Star Wars?
Tabletop role-playing game.
It's like
It's,
D&D, but
Yeah,
Star
it's
Wars.
D&D, but
Mhm.
Star
That'd be
Wars,
cool.
basically. Right.
Have you
right.
do you like tabletop, like miniature games?
No, I don't use miniatures. But I've been playing D&D since the 70s.
Oh, okay.
So it's in my blood. And
Mhm.
here's a confession. Talking about not knowing what Nick and what Marcus look like. Because I listened to your podcast before I knew who you were, before
Right.
we were friends or whatever. And I remember looking at Nick and going, "Holy shit, Nick's handsome." Nick's a pretty boy. Oh my god. And now
Well, thank you,
every
thank you.
time, it's like when you have a sex with someone in a dream and then you see that person in real life, you
You're
think
like,
that they
"Ha."
know that you know about the dream.
Oh.
So every time
Right.
I see Nick, I'm like, I gotta tell him how I feel. I gotta tell him
I gotta admit,
what I thought.
So
Now
how
you
long have you been
know.
holding that thought in?
Since you've been doing the podcast.
Okay.
wow.
I know that I've said you're handsome before, but I've never told
Probably.
you the story. But I thought
Yeah.
it was kind
Wow.
of funny. I mean, I was
That's very
really
funny.
taken aback. Not that Marcus isn't a looker in his own way, but I was like,
In his own
it was
way.
Like it was like a punch in the face.
There's somebody for you.
I was like, holy shit, Nick is gorgeous.
I think it's mostly the facial grooming.
Yes, you are very well groomed too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
good
today in
job.
particular, I literally got a haircut like an hour before we started recording. So
Well, thank you. I
Nice.
appreciate that.
just for you guys.
I know you did. It's out.
Man.
Let's see. What else have I been doing? We Kitty Treats and myself started some new tunes for 7.0. We both did Merc Troopers. So I'm a Merc Sniper Trooper, and I've been loving it, having a lot of fun.
They're really fun.
Yeah. And then
What level are you?
30 something, 32.
Oh, so you haven't gotten to the new stuff.
33, I think, is around what we are.
yeah,
32,
something like
33.
that. What new stuff?
The new content.
Yeah, I played through it on my main.
Oh, okay.
Everything except for the flashpoint, and I'm just like, I'll get to it when I get to it. I want to do it
Yeah.
on my own time.
I haven't done any of it yet. I just wanted to.
Oh
start with
shit!
the
Yeah,
troopers.
you should do that.
Yeah, but
Yeah. We'll get there.
I'm having fun. Yeah, our dual
It's
streams
a
are kinda,
lot of fun.
yeah.
Dual streaming is my favorite thing in
It's-
the world. Dual streaming with Kitty Treats is my favorite thing.
It's
great.
awesome.
We even have a craft services table.
We do.
Crap.
I do know about this. Well, I know about the snack table.
Yeah.
We
Snack
have a
table?
snack
Like-
table.
Kraft,
Have a
the
snack-
food company.
No. Craft services is just a name for a food table. It's
Oh,
like
I
what they
Mhm.
say in the movie, like if they're shooting a movie, there's a craft services table. That just means the food table. So
It has snacks
Got it.
all over, like
but
sandwiches.
we've got
and stuff.
snacks, and we got healthy foods, we got shit, and
It's mostly shit. Come on.
yeah. And once we crack it, it's
Doritos
over.
and
We're
Cheetos.
just like dum 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 dum.
Yes.
But it's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
But
Same
but
way.
when you're honestly, when you're streaming for 8 hours, you need that fuel.
do.
Like whether it's
Mhm.
just like
Yeah.
chips or an apple or something like, and you don't like, you can't eat a sandwich on stream,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but it, like some
gotta be, like,
nuts, like
single
trail
bite
mix is my favorite
stuff.
thing in the world.
It's good.
You know, so I do agree. It's nice to have the snack table.
Yeah, and we got popcorn if we need it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good because
Who doesn't love
Kitty
popcorn?
Treats forgets to eat.
I do.
And so I have to go, all right, did someone eat an apple? Do you want a snack?
I start spacing out, and he's like handing me chunks of apple. Here.
Here, eat it. And then all of a sudden she's like, I feel so much better. I'm like, yeah, you haven't
There
eaten
was a-
today.
There was a saying, we kept saying it. Apple chunks, babe.
Oh,
'Cause he
that's
said
right.
that-
I'm like, I just pointed to the table and I'm like, apple chunks, babe. But so we have this thing in our relationship which works out really, really well, is that she buys the food and I make the food.
It's amazing.
That sounds
Which-
ideal.
It's
I
fucking awesome.
I hate cooking and prepping food. I hate it. And he's good at it and likes it.
I've done it all my life. So it's just like
Yeah.
second
not
nature, and
a
I don't.
chore.
Yeah, I'm just like whatever. I can
I-
do a mise en place in like
I
10 minutes.
couldn't be happier with that situation. I'm like, yes,
I
tell
love
me what
to
you
cook.
want.
I love
That's
cooking.
Amazing.
I love a good mise en place.
I don't know
Listeners
what
at
the
home,
fuck
if you don't know what
means.
that means, that's French for everything in its place, more or less.
Yeah.
It means like if you have ingredients for a dish or a recipe of some kind, you chop them all up and prepare everything how they're just going to go into the dish and
Right.
lay it all out before you start cooking anything.
Yep.
That way you're not trying to chop up a celery as the stew is cooking or whatever it is you're trying to make.
I'm impressed that you know mise en place. That's great.
Dude, I know cooking things. I'm not a chef, but
That's awesome.
That's
I got a
Yeah.
culinary arts award
I-
in high school.
Oh,
Listen,
that's
I
cool.
like to cook. I don't know what that is. I just cut it up as I go.
Yeah, well, that's
Mhm.
the thing about cooking is that you could have a 5-star chef, and then you can have your grandma, and they
Oh,
both
yeah.
kick ass. You know,
Yeah.
all you have to do is know what you want to make and how to make it, and it's all good.
That's
I
the way
made-
my mom is.
I made quite the purchase today.
Ooh.
I bought a
Cooking
pellet
related?
grill.
A what?
A pellet grill.
Oh,
Like a Traeger type of
Cool.
thing, but not
Well,
a
it's,
Traeger.
it's not a Traeger, but yes. This
Same.
one has Wi-Fi, so I can control everything from my phone.
Jesus criminy.
Whoa.
It has the interior temperature and all that shit.
Well, because Nick this spring and I are going to be doing a real life stream, a cooking contest,
Yes.
and I'm going to cook
no.
the most bomb steak on my pellet grill while he's doing whatever the hell
That's
he's doing.
awesome.
We got to figure out how to get audio for that. We should probably 2 Yetis or some like larger
Lavaliers.
capacity
no,
mic
no, we're just going to wear like our
headsets.
headsets with the microphone, you know, and
Yeah, I
have
gotta
that
get, like,
thing
a
come in.
Bluetooth
You know what I
headset.
mean?
Yeah.
You'll be able to track the sound.
Right, that's
It'll
true.
work.
Just a couple Bluetooth headsets and then like
Mhm.
a wide angle camera or 2 maybe.
Yeah, I'm going
There
to
you
get the Mevo, the Logitech Mevo.
I've got it, you guys. What you
Uh-oh.
guys are both going to do is get some, what is it, the GoPro cameras with the
Oh.
head strap on, and you guys are just going to go, go about your day. Everything's going to be caught, and then you're just going to throw it together.
I could never do it because I'm so ADD that like it'll be
Yep.
like sudden movements all the time.
No,
Yeah,
I can't
that's
sit
No
still.
one will follow any of it.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Everybody
like,
will
"Bleh, Marcus,
Yeah.
slow down. bleh."
that's the thing
Right.
about the GoPros is that it doesn't. You can move really fast, and it doesn't fuck the camera up. They're amazing.
Huh.
Huh.
That could be fun. They wear 2 GoPros on headbands. I feel like we need a wide angle lens for the whole setup, though.
Well,
And we're gonna
they
put it-
are wide angle.
And we're-
They come wide
No,
angle.
like,
Yeah.
to be not like our POV.
Oh, right.
what I mean?
Oh
We
yeah.
got one that's like the whole both grills
Mhm.
set up.
And
And
they
then-
look so dumb that it's
Yeah.
so hilarious. Like you'd
Yeah.
look at each other and just go, you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
It would be funny. Okay, another thing that we're doing for the stream is we're having a fart contest on the stream.
I feel like from what I've experienced thus far, I know who the winner's going to be.
No, I'm not participating.
No, it's not
Oh.
us. It's
Kitty
the
Treats
community.
and myself are not. So on my stream deck, I have 4 fart sounders that I play throughout the stream and blah blah blah.
Okay.
And I was thinking to myself, I says, Self, you need a new fart sound. And then I thought to myself, and I said, Self, you need to get someone else involved in this. Let's do a fart contest. So
Yeah.
right now we're doing a fart contest where our viewers are sending in audio
right.
files of their farts.
Oh my God.
We're
I love
going to
this.
review them all, and then the winner is going to replace one of the fart sounders on my stream deck,
Wow.
and they will be fart of the show.
Fart famous.
fart famous.
Fart famous.
I'll
But yeah,
submit
so that's
something. Why
happening.
not?
Now, the details can all be found on our Twitter site. Just go onto Twitter. All that information will be there, or in our Discord. So
Mhm.
if you feel like you want to participate and you think you got what it takes, do it.
Your farts are welcome.
You can be anonymous if you'd like, or you can, be loud and proud.
What does the winner get?
The winner gets to be on the show. Their fart is part of the show now.
It goes on
What
the
are you
sound as a
talking about?
sounder. Come
It's going to
on.
be blasting every day, like
Oh,
several
great.
times a day. And let's
Wow,
be
yeah.
honest, some farts get famous, and it might be one of those farts.
Mhm.
So, right.
It's gonna be great.
I can't. What a fantastic idea.
Well, thank you, Nick.
Okay. Yeah. So oh my God. I just can't wait to you're gonna have to post when it's time to do when you're gonna
Do
play
the
them all
review.
online. When you're gonna play them all on the stream, because that could be the funniest 30 minutes of ever.
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I feel like you want to it'd be cool to have not celebrities, but Twitch community members submit stuff and then
See if
not
you-
say until after the fart sounds played.
Yes.
right. And see if you can guess whose fart it is.
Yeah, you play it all right, this next one is from the Twitch community. You will know them. We're not telling you to after. Here we go.
or you're
And
gonna
that
get one that's
Play
just
Nick from Working Class Nerds.
no, or you're gonna get one that's just
That's probably the one I'd vote for.
Yeah. So that's
Or
what
just-
I've been up to. What
Nick.
about you guys?
Nick.
Yes.
It's a big week this week.
It is a big week this week. I did a lot of things. Got a lot of things
know.
going on.
Well,
Oh, so I finished the Halo Infinite campaign. I defeated Esharam, voiced by Darren DePaul. That was pretty awesome. I will say that was very solid. I got a little tired of all the Forerunner architecture, if you will. I feel like the last half of the story missions, in terms of time, is just you running through the same sort of hallways and stuff. If I may provide a gripe, but it was interesting. It's obviously setting up a sequel, which is cool. I thought the ending was very satisfying while still setting up a sequel. I thought the characters ended up being pretty interesting, but overall, it's a fairly shallow story. But I feel like the game's sort of bread and butter is really the multiplayer, and the campaign is just a sort of a tack on at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to playing my next game, and I don't know what it's going to be yet. I have not decided.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning one way or the other. I have to decide quickly. It's Thursday. I got to stream on Monday.
Uh-oh.
I
Well,
know what
then I know
I'm
what I'm
voting
playing.
for, but
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
I know. Well, I think I know what I'm gonna do, because I can't do. So, all right, let me just chat about it. So I was debating between Star Wars: The Old Republic and Horizon Zero Dawn, but I mean
Horizon Forbidden West.
But I can't. I'm not going to be able to get a PS5 that quickly. Like I got a hookup for one, but I don't have the cashola on hand because I'm going to move into an apartment soon.
Right.
I want to have I know the electric company requires a deposit first for whatever reason, and then I got to move in.
Well,
and
you're going to move in. You're going to be buying extra shit for sure.
And I'm going to realize, I don't have X, Y, and Z, and then next thing I know, I spend $200 at the grocery store or whatever.
I don't have any oregano.
That's the way it works.
Something like that. So I'm trying not to spend money just yet. So in about a month-ish or 3 weeks or so, then I'll be like, okay, I can save up and spend the $600-$700.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I was playing a lot of Halo multiplayer as well after stream. I played a little bit, and there's 2 different modes for ranked. There's open, which is you can play that's where it lets you play cross-platform. So in open format, you can have as many teammates as you want, in your party. You can go in with it's 4v4 usually. You can go with a full squad of 4, and that's fine in open. Then you can do solo/duos, meaning you can't have all 4 people. It makes you collaborate with other folks, and that is not cross-platform. So usually I play open because I'll play with my friends, and I have a rank for that. But for I chose solo/duos, and I was like, I'll try it, whatever, see what the difference is. But for the first 10 games, you're unranked, and it puts you all over the place in rankings.
Oh shit!
So you can play with really good players, you can play with terrible players, and it's kind of a mishmash.
Well, it's to help find your spot,
right? So one of I think it was the second game I played when I was unranked out of the 10. I got put in a lobby of mostly the top tier people. So I'm an average player. So the rankings, there's 6 categories in each medal. Gold and platinum are the 2 middle ones, if you will, for on the bell curve. Platinum's the upper side, gold's the lower side. So I'm the high gold, low platinum. I just hit platinum 1. So I'm exactly in the middle of the bell curve. I'm perfectly average at Halo. Well, I got picked top ranked with this. It was mostly people in probably the top 2%. And then this one dude on my team was the top 0.1% of people. He's the top 150 players on Halo.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I realized this after, because you can't see during the game, but you can look through afterwards and see what people's ranks are. So I was unranked. One person on the other team was unranked, and it was mostly people in the top 2%, except for that one dude on my team. So I'm playing, and I'm doing horrible because I'm obviously way above my rank. I think I'm it was not Slayer, but it was Capture the Flag. But I was getting insta-killed all over the place, and I was 1 in 12 or something. And 3/4 of the way through the match, the dude gets on mic and goes Nick, what the fuck? Just quit. It's don't play ranked. Just quit. Get someone else in here. I'd rather a new player to the game than you. It's just quit.
Whoa.
While you're at it, quit. And I was dude, I'm not a new player. I don't care. I'm not a new. That doesn't affect my self-esteem. So, and I had my headset on, so I was I gave it right back to him.
Good.
Fuck you.
Fuck
it's my
you.
first ranked game. It's kiss my fucking ass. I said all kinds of very vulgar.
Good.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So my point being, I had not previously experienced intense PvP style toxicity. I know Marcus has talked about it in SWTOR a bunch, but I'm not seriously like that. I've experienced it way back when in the Modern Warfare 2 days where everybody was talking shit to everybody, but it didn't matter how you did. They weren't it was just the lobbies right.
Right.
Last night.
Exactly.
Things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah. So that was probably the first real bit of targeted toxicity I've experienced. And I was I'm not letting you affect me, and I'm not letting you get away with that. I have a mic too.
Right.
So I was just giving it back to him. I was dude, what if I was some new player and I was a kid and I'm playing my first unranked match to try and get my rank? It's not my fault you got stuck with me.
Right.
So you should be mad at the matchmaking system, not me.
Right. Suck less, pal.
Yeah. If you're so good, carry me.
Exactly.
Right.
Or how about and I was how about give me some advice so I stop dying? It's hey, stay over here. Obviously, you can't kill anybody because you're too low of a rank for this lobby. It's let me follow you, do something. So I've stopped freaking dying and am not useful to the team. And even still, I ended up turning things around as I'm arguing with him. I got mad and the adrenaline kicked in, and my reaction time improved. I captured the flag at one, got some more kills. I ended up instead of being 1 in 12, I was I don't know, around 50% kill to death ratio. So that's all. I'm just gonna say the message of this story is don't let bullies be bullies. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Toxicity is not cool. You don't have to take it.
Yeah,
Anyways,
fuck 'em.
Agree.
positivity.
That's
out of it.
interesting. We had a similar conversation today on the stream
Mhm.
about people talking about other people in PvP being assholes.
Right.
And I've now, for whatever reason, I don't know what corner I turned, but I just find it funny that people are mad at,
Yeah.
Right.
or people are being dicks. You're just like, wait a minute, you're actually upset.
Right.
You
I'm
lost. You
Yeah.
lost.
Right.
Your panties are all in a bunch and you're in a tither, and I'm like having fun playing my
shit.
game. It's like you lost.
Yeah. You lost.
Right.
Calm your fucking tits
Yeah.
and let's play another round. Like,
Exactly.
like let yourself die. You die all the time in PvP. Get used to it.
Exactly.
Like, that's part of PvP is dying all the time. Once
Right.
you get past that shit, it's not a big deal.
Right.
Whoa,
Uh-oh,
Marcus just
G
cracked the G
Fuel.
fuel.
Uh-oh.
It's getting intense.
I want to
getting
see
real.
him butt chug that thing.
I can't.
Liar.
I won't sleep.
You don't have a funnel? Wait a minute. I don't have a funnel. I've lived here this whole time and I
Oh
never
my God.
invested in a real beer bong.
Uh-oh. Maybe somebody needs a housewarming gift when they move
Uh-huh.
in.
Yes.
But
just
if
go to
he
Home
gets a
Depot.
funnel, it has to be the shape of a dick and balls. So as soon as
That'd
he's
be great.
funneling, it's a
Both
dick
of
going
you
in
are
his-
obsessed.
They probably have a
I fit in so
like
well here.
bachelorette party beer funnel like that.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I bet you that's a thing. Where was I? Back at the ranch?
No. Meanwhile,
Oh, toxicity in their Halo game.
Yes. So anyways, don't let people be toxic or
Yeah, fuck them.
fuck them.
Yep.
You are worth a lot.
oh
Here's
my
what
God.
you gotta
Value.
do. You gotta go,
Like,
hey, why don't you guys just go ahead and chill out? We're all here to have a little bit of fun. Let's just all be nice to each other.
My best friend right there.
that is funny on multiple levels.
Do you
Oh
know
my
what that
God.
is?
Yes.
a fleshlight.
Basically.
Do you know where I found it?
In between your mattresses?
Nope. I found it in my roommate's room when he moved out without saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And
Wait, you just left?
he
Yeah.
just left. Yeah. The guy that fucked the room up and left. He left that thing in there.
It was disgusting.
and it's more than a fleshlight. This thing had
Yeah,
like
that's a mouth.
batteries and shit. I
teeth.
mean, it's
Yeah,
got
it has teeth.
vocabulary.
I'm surprised you're touching it,
It has
frankly.
a butthole
It's
on
been
the back.
so
disinfected.
fucking funny to me. And
That is
so
funny.
I used to send Kitty Treats like
Videos.
videos
Videos.
of it going, hey, keep your chin up.
Yeah, all kinds of
Positive messages
Yeah.
from Frankie Fleshlight.
Anyway,
When he first found it and showed it to me, he said, "I'm gonna fuck the shit out of this thing."
Oh my god. Man, I don't know if I would want to someone's secondhand fleshlight.
No,
oh no,
That would
fucking
definitely
way.
weird me out.
it was hilarious. He
I
knew-
just
Ugh.
think like,
He
isn't
knew it'd
your
make me laugh.
hand good enough? You really got to elaborate into getting this thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I can
no.
understand that, but like to leave it somewhere is weird.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
plans for it.
I feel
Mhm.
like that's like the first thing you ditch when you're moving or something like that.
I'm gonna
Like,
take
you're
it to
like,
his
"All right, I don't want
parents' house.
someone to find this.
I'm gonna go, hey,
Yeah.
your son, your deadbeat son left all this shit here, his
Yeah.
fuck toy included.
It was
There you
pretty
go.
rough. That room was
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, it was no good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyways, yesterday Marcus met me at my parents' house, where we picked up a couch that I acquired full free. Thanks, mom and dad.
Ooh, free couch.
Yay!
And we did the rather laborious activity of hauling it out of their house, which was on the second floor, and then into Marcus's truck, drove it to my new apartment, and hauled it up all 3 flights of stairs to the
Oh,
third floor.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just for the record, Nick's a fucking pussy. He was huffing and
Yeah.
fucking puffing.
I was
Dude,
quick.
oh my god! And I'm standing there going, dude,
Well, dude, I
like,
work in an office. All right, I know I need
suck
to go to the gym.
less, Nick.
It's on my agenda.
He's like, it's so hot out. I'm like, bro, it's not
I
hot
said
at all.
I'm hot.
It's winter.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah. I have, no, you'll find no argument here. I am undoubtedly out of shape. But that was awesome. I was gonna say something about the new apartment that I forgot. I think I don't remember. But anyways.
Moving weekend is next weekend.
Oh yeah,
Your
moving
shit-
weekend is next
Listen,
weekend.
your shit better be packed because if I
Yes.
show up and the shit's not in boxes, I'm throwing it in fucking boxes. You want think Michael Jordan can slam the fucking ball in the net? I mean, in the hoop. I'm gonna be fucking dunking everything into a box. It's breakable or not, it's going in.
That's the one thing
I've
that's like. Oh, go ahead, Kitty.
I've helped a lot of people move, and I have very strict stipulations to what happens, and I
Yes.
have a hard out. I'm like, what time are we starting? Because I need to be out by 2 p.m. Out.
Yeah.
I'm done by 2 p.m. And I've
Yes.
gone over to people's houses, and nothing's in boxes, and I'm like,
Oh.
whatever. Just I'm gonna be done here at 2, so
You know,
Right.
whatever.
Get your shit
Whatever
together.
happens between
I
them.
feel like you have to do that
yeah.
with people like Nick. I can't do that with, but I've already played
Yeah,
the
but I would
win.
never.
So like no. So I played the win. So as soon as we head to the apartment, I'm gonna tell my wife to come there with the kids an hour later. So that's gonna be my out. So after we get everything in, Nick's buying the pizza and the beer. We'll all have a couple pieces of pizza. I'll drink some beer, and then the kids will be there to destroy the house and fucking ravage it. And then I'm gonna be like, see you later, Nick.
See you later.
Gotta go.
Bye.
Have fun with the vacuum and Swiffer.
But that is a good move because I have helped a shit ton of people
Yeah.
move. And like I feel like whenever I've moved, I've always been primo
Fuck yeah.
organized.
Me too.
Like
Yeah.
Me too.
shut the fuck up. See these boxes? All these boxes need to go in that vehicle. All the big stuff is going in my vehicle, my truck or my van, whatever it is. And like I've always been organized like that, but I have showed up to people's houses. And I feel like people, when they're moving, they feel like you're a moving company.
Nope.
Like they
Right.
own you. No,
Nuh-uh.
I know that. But like you take it. Look at, I can be here till 2. Whether we're done or not, I have to leave at 2.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Like my heart out. And that's such a good idea
Yeah.
because I've never done that. And like I've helped people move and like you show up and like there's the boxes that haven't even been made into boxes
Yep.
yet. And you're like, dude,
Oh God.
like, are you kidding? He's like, oh, dude, I got really wasted last night. And I was like, bro, you've been moving for a month and a half.
right.
Like I'm already moving stuff in there.
Like,
That's
Yeah.
a
are you
good way.
kidding me right now? Like, get your shit together. And
Yeah.
you end up being there until 9 o'clock. And by the time 9 o'clock comes, oh, dude, I'm going to order a pizza. Bro, I want to go home.
Right.
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 I'm out. I'm
He's like,
out.
My job
I'm
is done.
done. Bye.
Yeah.
Right.
When I've
And that's
moved,
what, go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, but it's also awful when you're the guy with the truck
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because you're fucked. And you know, if you let your buddy borrow your truck, you're not getting it back until the next day. And there's
Right.
a guaranteed ding or a scratch.
And
Guaranteed.
a half empty.
I don't
gas
think I
tank.
dung or scratched it for
Yes.
the record when I borrowed it.
When I have in the past have moved, I have had everything ready to go. Like
Oh yeah.
I've had boxes, different size boxes in different stacks, so
Yep.
that the Tetris game of the back of the truck can go that much easier. And I
Yes.
always go, all right, you are in charge of getting in the truck and stacking everything up and making sure everything fits. And then everybody else is just going to be feeding you stuff. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah.
That's my game plan too.
I've got moving
Just-
down to a science. I've moved so many times that like
Me
my
too.
shit, I just know exactly what to do. It's like,
Yeah.
and I have it ready. The next day, everything's in boxes. Everything goes in the vehicle I'm driving. I usually don't even ask people for help because I just do it. And I don't know. Every step of
Yep.
the way I usually do
A
it by myself.
dolly. Gotta
you,
have a
um,
dolly.
Now, I know
Oh,
you
dollar
painted
would be
that
cool.
room where your roommate left. Did you finish it?
Say that again.
Oh, I was talking to Kitty.
Oh,
Is the room?
Oh
is
yeah,
the
it's
roo-
painted and finished. Everything. So
All
it's good. Someone's
Yeah.
in it right now.
awesome.
Yeah. I don't fuck around.
No,
What was I gonna say?
I have no
my
idea.
game plan I think is to take all of like my things that I wouldn't really want to put in a box and get it there before anybody's moving anything. Like let me give you an example, like my computer and my monitors and stuff like that. I don't want to put in a box.
You do not want anybody moving that.
No.
No.
Because if
I'll do
my
that, like, the
fucking
day before or
dumbass,
something.
if my dumbass is walking and I slip on ice, complete accident, and you see your monitor go, and you're like,
or worse, like hour.
yeah, you're
I'd probably
fucked.
totally
Yeah,
need
you're
to
better
stop.
off doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Move your desktop and you buckle it in.
Yep.
So
All that
she-
stuff.
Yeah, like that's a you thing.
Right. That's what I'm
Moving
saying.
the
Like,
desk
things of that
is an us
nature.
thing. Right.
Yeah, like the desk can stay. Like all the clothes are coming out of my dresser and going before anybody's ever there. But the dresser itself is a moving day thing. You know what I mean?
See,
Like,
you could put your clothes in trash bags, and that's completely okay as
Yeah.
a moving item.
Mhm.
A trash bag
point.
is okay to move, filled with clothes.
Mhm.
that's a good point. I could do
I have
That's
that.
an
mess-
accept because it's a good pad too for like your
Yes.
dresser, so all your drawers don't go flying.
Yeah.
In the good, just come
Exactly.
to the shop and I'll give you a bunch of the contractor giant black bags.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Those are good.
Hell yeah.
I'll do
Um,
that.
I
But I want
remember-
to move a lot of my hanging clothes because that's a pain in the ass when you move to. That'll all be there already.
That's
See,
our
See,
stuff.
see, that's a card thing. And what's good about that, Nick, is you
I can do
care.
that.
You care about the hanging shit. For me, the hanging
one-
shit
I
goes
know
in the
you don't
black
care.
trash bag, and I don't give a fuck if it's wrinkled.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
There was one time I lived on the third floor of this house and I had been procrastinating moving. And it was just me. I had to fit everything in the car I had at the time. And I just got shit faced and threw everything off of the balcony. What didn't break went in the car. Anything else, I just fucking left it there.
Oh man,
Downtown Portland. It was over.
that's hilarious.
I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
Yep.
I can see. Can you imagine like your neighbor coming out and just being like,
What's all this shit? I'm like,
Broken glass and
not
shit.
my
Like,
problem.
not mine. That
Like,
wasn't me.
I don't know what that was.
That looks like a hurricane went by. You should probably do something about that. I don't live here anymore, so
I thought it was yours.
right.
We were wondering about it.
Yeah, whose is that? I don't know. Bye.
Um.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
What else? Oh, the Book of Boba Fett finale was last week. We
Hey.
didn't talk about it because we were talking about Star Wars: Old Republic. That was epic.
That was
Mhm.
fucking
We got
epic.
spoilers ahead.
Right.
Fast forward. a few
Spoiler
minutes.
alert.
Spoiler alert if you
Warning.
haven't seen it.
Spoiler alert.
Yes. Turn back now. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time. So the Rancor was epic.
Fuck
Mhm.
yeah.
My overall impression of the episode was like slightly underwhelming for a finale, but only because the previous 2 episodes were so epic and so like
Mhm.
in pulling in things from other areas of Star Wars.
Mhm.
Obviously, the episode right before had Luke, had Ahsoka, had Grogu again, had Mandalorian with Grogu doing stuff. You had all pulling things from all over the place. Intro to Cad Bane last episode.
Right.
So like with like the really cool like slow walk intro
Oh,
with the
yeah.
duel with the Marshal. So like that was one of the that's probably my favorite piece of Star Wars content.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
single
really? No
serving of
shit.
Star Wars content. I don't know because you got to figure it pulls in stuff from Clone Wars, it pulls in stuff from
Yeah.
Rebels,
Right.
it pulls in original trilogy stuff, it pulls
Right.
in.
It
You know what I
does.
mean? Some things from like all different areas of Star Wars, and puts it
Mhm.
into this awesome Mandalorian
Oh,
slash
yeah.
Book of Boba Fett
Right.
format that I love.
Yeah, I love Cad Bane too. He's
Yeah,
always been a
me too.
super fave of mine.
But what Nick isn't telling you is we actually made it like a real premiere party.
For the
So
finale,
we went
yeah.
over, for the finale. Because we did the same kind of thing for the premiere, and because my life, dad life, I can't really get out of the house to watch it.
Yeah.
So, but we did the finale party at his dad's house, who has the big 86-inch TV.
Oh,
It's
right.
like a fucking movie theater.
No
The
way.
sound is
System.
amazing. But like, we all had snacks, we all had drinks. Like, we hung out for a half an hour before we started the show. After the
Mhm.
show, we talked about the show, broke it down, started to watch like new rock stars
Breakdown.
Right.
breakdowns of it, and I was just like, wow, this is fucking awesome. Just chowing on food, just hanging out, and like, it was such a good experience. And like, Nick and I were saying, maybe the next show series that comes out, we might start doing watch parties
Nice.
It's a
in
great
the
idea.
Discord, or maybe like just try a movie one, because I don't know if I could do it. Like, sit in my computer chair and enjoy a show like that in Discord.
Well, you
So,
gotta
like-
upgrade your computer chair because mine has a recliner feature.
Well, like, my chair is super comfortable. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if like that to me isn't consuming like TV content, because
Yeah.
I don't get to sit on the couch and watch TV often. I'm usually in front of the computer if I'm downstairs.
Yeah.
But like, when I'm sitting on the couch, like I get lounging. I get a little
Yeah.
blanket, get the big like Mickey Mouse, big fluffy pillow, I steal it from my
Yep.
son. And
Yeah.
like I lean against it and I just like put my feet up and it's amazing.
You know, that
Yeah.
could be really fun. I just realized the coffee table I put together last night, I could totally clamp my mic boom arm onto.
Yeah.
Of course you could.
But
There
I
you
have the
go.
ring light tripod, stick the ring light there.
Oh,
get
yeah.
the boom mic going. I could be lounging on the couch like that and
There you go.
with the show on.
And they said somebody said that Roku is getting Discord. Like you're going to be able to download Discord on your Roku TV.
Cool.
How are you gonna do? How are you
Well,
gonna?
so you can join voice.
Oh,
okay.
That's interesting.
Or maybe it was Twitch. I can't remember. It was one. Maybe it was Twitch.
Well, that's a big difference. Wait, why would Twitch have
A
Discord?
Twitch app, so you can watch Twitch on your TV.
I have that on my Fire
Yeah,
Stick.
I have it on my my Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense, Marcus.
Maybe I got it
Roku.
confused.
I think
Yeah.
personally, though, I would be super distracted. I don't think I would be much fun in a chat during the show, but maybe an after party. Like
Well, no,
some-
like the key is everybody mutes their mic and nobody talks during the show. You just watch it together, and then as soon as it's over, you chat about it.
yeah, okay, that'd be fun.
And if somebody starts blabbing away, you ban them, deafen them, like so.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Because like
You-
that's the other thing. Like I would say, like the sometimes like you're trying to play a game and people pop in, and if you're in a Discord and they're not playing, and it can get tricky with more voices
Yeah.
that
That's
aren't
Especially 'cause
doing
you don't
the
wanna
same.
be rude,
When
but,
people
like-
aren't doing the same content.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why I have an invite only on
Mhm.
that channel, so that
Yeah.
only if I'm in Twitch in the voice channel, only people that I invite in can go in. I've had it the other way, and people are just like randomly dropping in. Hey,
It's-
and you're like,
it's hard.
Right.
It's
Shut
hard
up.
to-
Well, yeah, you're not mad at them. You're just like, yo,
Mhm.
you're messing with my flow.
right.
right.
Yeah, I
It
get
is. Yeah. It's
Or
the
you
flow.
get mad. You're like, well,
Or you're
can't
like,
you?
"Shut
You
the
can't
fuck
read a
up."
room. What the fuck is going on?
Read the room.
The room, you asshole. Anyway,
Mhm.
Anyways, that's it for me. Marcus, how's it going and what have you been up to?
Woo. So, as always, I want to thank every single person who has, for the past 2 weeks, come to my stream channel and supported me and hung out with me while I play Destiny 2. It means so much. Like, people don't understand, like, you popping in for 2 minutes and just saying, yo, or hey, as all of us are streamers, like that means so much to us and myself even, because I know how
Yeah.
busy I am. Like if I get to go into your stream and like chat with you for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, like know that that's like that 5 or 10 minutes is all the time I have. Right. And if I get to enjoy it with you, it makes me really happy that I get to hang out in your stream. And it's the same vice versa for me when you come in. Like, even if it's what the hardest thing, and we talked about this last week, and I'm not backtracking with DC, but like when you're playing a game that like somebody else doesn't play, they can love you as a streamer, but if the game itself doesn't interest them, why are they going to watch you play it? You know, they may love you as a person, but they're like, I don't play Destiny.
I've done that.
That's not my cup of tea.
I've had that happen when I was watching. I forgot. Who's the streamer that does the really difficult like platforms like Mario Maker?
Oh no, plays.
Oh no, plays. I've done that with some of his streams. I've seen him streaming and been like, oh no, and then he's playing something I like don't really care about, and I'm like, nah, okay, moving on. But like sometimes I'll
Yes.
click, and if it's Mario or whatever game that I'm like, it grabs my interest, I'm like,
Yeah.
then I'll stay.
Yes.
That definitely happens, you know.
But like, I'll tell you what, but just coming into somebody's stream and saying hello means so much. And I
Yeah.
appreciate all of you. So this week on Tuesday, we got the final mission for Destiny 2 for the it's like the prelude to the Witch Queen expansion, which comes next Tuesday. And I made the conscious effort that I said, I'm not going to play the SWTOR expansion on Tuesday because I know it's going to be broken. They're going to be taking the servers online, offline. And I was just like, worst case scenario. So I said, I'm going to do it on Wednesday. Perfect. So I got to do the Exorcism of Savathun. It was fucking amazing. Like, ever been a part of a game? And
right?
I will say this is for anybody. Anytime you start playing a game that you love and you're involved in the first expansion for the game, no matter what game it is, your excitement level is at 105.
Oh, it's
You
great.
know what I mean? Because you're
Yeah.
like, this is my first fucking expansion. I'm so excited for this game.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be fucking amazing. And so I did that, and Tuesday was so much fun. And then Wednesday, I logged into SWTOR for the first time in probably 2 weeks, because I just was like, you know what? I'm going to walk away. I'm going to play Destiny and enjoy it. And I'm going to come in fresh-minded and really dive into SWTOR come 7.0. And the last time I played on the PTS was when they first released the Juggernaut, well, the Guardian class changes, like way back in like July. That was the last time I saw anything. I said, I'm going in 100% blind because I don't want to be spoiled and I just want to enjoy it. Excuse me. Because all that was in my head was Eric Musco in that July live stream saying it's Legacy of the Sith, which means lots of SWTOR content. This expansion is going to be lots of content. Lots. It's all that was in my head. And I said to myself, I'm going to enjoy it. And the reason why I needed a little break is I raided 2 to 3 nights a week for years.
That's a lot.
Like,
Yeah, you did.
And because I chased the almighty Nightmare, which is their hardest content, clear.
Yeah.
I remember
finish a Nightmare operation. It was emotional. It was amazing. Like, that moment I will never forget in any gaming world, because honestly, beating a Nightmare operation is harder than building a fucking cabinet.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And it completely burned me out. And because at the end of the day, you realize, like, Nightmare operations is the same exact operation as story mode and hard mode, but they throw in 2 more mechanics that are insta deaths, which makes it really hard. And
yeah,
you know, as cool as it is, I just think I strived for it for so long, I was just burnt. And then I tried to do the story thing for a little while. And what I did like about the story stuff was that you really get a hold of your community at that point. Mm-hmm. When it's just you, the game, and your stream, and that's it. It's a good feeling, right? Because you're really getting a hold of your community. They're seeing choices being made, blah, blah, blah. So I preference that. So I logged into 7.0 on my main, which is my Marauder, named after my daughter, Julia. And last place I played her was on Balmora, because we killed the godfather, the grandfather world boss. And I expected, when I loaded into 7.0, it was going to be like fucking fireworks going off and wild and crazy.
Check it out. It's 7.0. This is different, and that is different, and this is different.
And I loaded in, and it was the exact same, and I had no abilities. And I was like, okay, I'm still where I was. I don't know what to do. There's no tutorial on the screen. And like nothing, no like, hey, red lights blinking, click me.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right.
Tick, tick,
Exactly.
tick, ding,
Like, there was no
and so
tutorial for
instantly,
like all of the combat changes and everything?
Everything, nothing. No tutorial, no nothing. It was just blank. So then in the top right-hand corner, where all my missions sit, it said play, which was the story content. And then underneath that, it was play, and it says training for combat styles. So I figured out how to do my abilities, which there was no tutorial again. So I'm already frustrated. And then they made me pick between Force Choke, Mad Dash, and oh my God, Undying Rage. I had a fucking meltdown on stream, because I'm like, Mad Dash is like my best friend in all fights.
Oh, I love Mad Dash.
Right. And now you have to pick. Do you want to stun your opponent? Do you want to run away from your opponent? Or do you want to live through anything for 4 seconds? Like, make that choice, bitch. And I was like, holy fuck, I can't make this choice. It literally was 20 minutes of me going, what the fuck?
Was that when we rated you?
Maybe, yes. Or right after.
Okay.
And it was a really hard choice for me. And I had to move on. And shout out to Arkin. He was like, just pick one and you can change it after. And I was like, ah. So I did that and I said, okay, I don't know what to do. But I said, all everybody's talking about, and BioWare said combat styles. You can play 2 classes. Blah, blah. So I clicked the training video. Okay. And it started off and there was a red side and a blue side. And it was this crazy cutscene of like you walking down a bridge. And it's like, do you want to go blue side or red side, light side, dark side? And
always choose dark side.
oh my God.
Where did that come from?
He's got all the props.
I feel like with that epic of a mustache, you have to talk like only like the narrator from Clone Wars.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Kinky.
all right. So BioWare has had a Mass Effect like conversation tree since the beginning.
Right.
So I go into this training program and it's not voice acted. It's just this person talking in text. And no joke, my immediate reaction was, what the fuck is this? You're telling me out of your entire
the class tutorial is like
yes.
that?
No. Like to pick your combat style, it's not voice acted. There's no voiceover. I'm like, you're telling me out of all of the people that work for BioWare, you couldn't have somebody talk and voice over it and then just use one of those sound changers that all the singers use to make their voices sound good to like make yourself sound like a robot or whatever it is.
I mean,
like
anybody
you couldn't
could just
do
be
that.
like, hi, this is combat style.
Or put a fucking comment in the forums that says, hey, everybody enter a raffle. We're going to use you for a voice.
Right.
Like no voice acting. And I'm like,
or pick a
wait
content creator.
So I said, I've been waiting 3 fucking years for a 10th anniversary thing, and there's no voice acting for their main selling point to this expansion. Okay. So I picked my Sith Juggernaut because it's always like if I can play Julia as a Marauder and a Jug tank, it's a win across the boards. So I finished that, and I'm in a very odd place. I'm uncomfortable. The UI is different, but I can get past the UI because it's just UI, right? So I start the story, and so the last we left the story was Malgus was stealing something from some place, Onderon, I think.
Yep.
Right? That's the last flashpoint. Yes. Yeah. Onderon.
Right.
And then we had a side quest going, which was the Mandalorian issue, right?
Correct.
So all of a sudden I'm like, okay, so we're going to Manan. BioWare has told us that this is a planet. There's going to be exploration. This is a real planet. We show up and it's a fucking heroic area. And everything is instanced. There's no exploration. And I'm like, and the story makes no sense at all to the game. None. It's like its own side quest. Like, okay, the Republic is attacking or the Empire is trying to take Kalto to survive, but it's not linked to anything. And I'm like, who fucking wrote this? And I'm so butthurt already. Like, I'm already upset. And I'm like, oh my God. Then I'm doing this fucking story and I'm so frustrated because you guys know what artificial content is? It's when they artificially plant stuff to make it stretch longer. So there's so many ads. You know, what's that Flashpoint Capero? Now how there's so many trash mobs.
You're right.
That's the way this is. And I'm like, but there's no need. Then every single ad has 1 or 2 healers attached to it, which you're on a healing planet, which it makes sense. And I get it. But I mean, the silvers had 440,000 HP. I'm like, yes. Whoa. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And now I don't have a stealth as a Marauder, but like, yes, if you had a stealth, you could skip it all, but I was just blown away. And I was so frustrated that I had to stop. At one point, I just walked away to the bathroom because I had to stop. And there's a spot where it doesn't tell you that you have to open a door. It just doesn't work. There's nowhere to go. You're trapped in a room. Thank God I stream, because my stream is like, hey, you got to go to your stronghold and leave to go back into the instance, because then you'll be outside of the room.
Wait,
I said, what if you're a brand new player
Yeah,
and you
don't
get
know
stuck
that.
and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And quitting
Right.
the game.
Yeah.
is that a bug?
Yes.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you is there's no quality in that, like no polish. The story makes no sense. I didn't even finish the story because I was so frustrated by it. This is supposed to be the 10th year anniversary, and this is like game update 6.5. We got more content in Onslaught than we did in this expansion. And BioWare can tell us until they're blue in the face that, oh, we're trickling it out all year. You fucked up. This expansion is not an expansion. This is a game update and shit. And people have been telling me all day, oh, you can't be mad. They've told us it's going to trickle out. Listen, and Final Fantasy 14 gave 80 hours of story content.
Jeez.
Whoa.
8 dungeons and 4 operations bosses or raid bosses. 4. And they're
Yep.
all 3 tiers. Like story mode, hard mode, nightmare. That's the way I'll put it.
Right.
They released their content 2 weeks late, and the game producer was on a live stream crying.
Right. I saw that.
Saying
Yeah.
how sorry he was that it's 2 weeks late, but he's like, I want it to be perfect. Understand that everything is ready, but we want to polish it just that much better. We
Yeah.
delayed 9 weeks, and people are saying that the bugs that are in it now are the same exact bugs that were in it 9 weeks ago.
Right.
And I'm
with
sorry,
the
and
kids.
I did not do the new Flashpoint. And I'm so sick of everybody telling me that, like, I'm so sick of people being upset. This is the 10th anniversary. 3 years ago, when Nick and I were in the Star Wars Cantina in New York City,
Yeah.
they were talking about Onslaught. The team was telling us, just wait until the 10th year.
Right.
This is
It's gonna be
nothing
crazy.
compared to what the 10th year is going to be.
Right.
And I'm sorry, like, we got duped. And I had to speak about it today because I'm upset, because I feel like I've just been like, if I was this bad at my job, nobody would hire me to build their kitchen. And I'm not talking bad about the devs, because this could be an EA thing. It could be anything.
I feel like it probably is.
But
You probably
you're
don't
over-
have the resource to make.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why you're over promising but under delivering? It's a fail. The word to success is under promise and over deliver, right?
Correct.
And this is not, and like, they can say, oh, the real expansion is combat styles. This is a story driven game. Nobody gives a fuck about combat styles. People want story. People live for story content in a game, and we didn't get shit, and it sucks. I don't even know what to say. Like, a year from now, by the time, they should have just done the 10th anniversary in December of 22 and given them an extra year to
Mhm.
figure out what they're doing,
Sure.
because
Yeah.
what they gave us is not an expansion. And then to top it off, and this is where they came out with a fucking digital deluxe edition for $40 fucking dollars that gave you a mount, which is cool, a lightsaber, which is cool, cartel coins, awesome, and a 30-day sub code, awesome. But you know what's the problem is? They took fucking mods out of the game, and you can't even use the fucking lightsaber that you get in the
Right.
digital deluxe, because there's no more mods in the game, because they took it out. And the mods, the weapons designer was supposed to launch with it, but it's not here yet. So you paid $40 to get the sweet ass lightsaber, which I really,
Right.
really want, but you can't fucking use it because there's no mods in the game. Who
That
the
is
fuck does
comically
that?
bad.
Suck less.
Well,
Yep.
check it
Wow.
out. Tell
Where's-
them
where's-
Kitty Treats.
Oh yeah, so you probably saw on Twitter, how a lot of people were buying the collector's edition on Steam and they didn't get it, and everybody's upset, and then they fixed that or rolled it out. They're rolling out a fix for it or whatever. But if you're somebody like me who never uses Steam and you only buy things through the website, well, they charged me for it, and I haven't gotten any of my shit yet. So I'm like sitting here still waiting for my collector
God.
stuff. So
Did
I
you
haven't
send-
even gotten it.
Did you send a customer
ticket.
service? Yeah.
Yes,
Did
I
you?
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you send me a copy of that?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'll forward that on.
Thank you.
But anyway, so my point is, and I said, do I sound hostile? I
No,
probably-
you sound just passionate.
You sound like a
be-
passionate gamer.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
love this game. Like
You
I'm
sound like
not,
Angry Joe.
like, how about this? I've met some of my closest friends in this game. Like, I used to joke and say I have 5 friends. I have 2 real life friends now, like maybe 3 real life friends. 3. Everybody else is because of Star Wars: The Old Republic. The
Mhm.
friendships that I have in this game. I mean, I talk to Kogus every single day. Every day. I talk to Chimeri almost every day.
Oh
Kitty,
my gosh.
you are my friend. I fucking call you from the shower when you're streaming just to be fucking funny. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like,
I know.
Fleshlight
but,
Frankie is.
but
is
these
not your
friendships are real because of the game.
oh yeah, they're
So when
totally
I'm
real.
passionate, the problem for me is this is not, if you want to grow something, this is not how you do it. And now we're at a point of, where does it go? Then here's the other thing. Spoiler alert, when you play the Imperial side, whoever did the writing for the Force user on the Imperial side for the first part of the expansion, I think they wrote it 9 weeks ago when they delayed it. Because you go in there and there's a Sith Lord talking to you, and he says, well, you're intimidated, you're trying to be Sith. Motherfucker, I'm on the Sith Dark Council. I run this shit.
Right.
And you're treating me like I'm a bounty hunter. Like, who the fuck are you? And just some of the writing aspect, it doesn't make sense. It makes 0 sense to the game. I'm beyond, this is a fail beyond fails. Now, can they turn it around? Of course they can. Will they make it better? Of course they can. But whatever excitement you had for this game was shot out the window. Shot out. And the other side of that too is, and this really bothers me, if you look at the Destiny 2 community team, the fucking Guild Wars 2 community team, Final Fantasy 14's community team, you look at their Twitters, everything about their life revolves around the game that they are on the community team. Our community team is nothing. There's been no excitement for this expansion at all. Like, I just, and honestly,
Like,
we got this amazing cinematic trailer, but if I'm a new player and I see this cinematic trailer, I'm going to go, I want to fucking play this game.
Yeah. It was
And
amazing.
you're going to load into this game and you're going to start off at level 1, or you're going to have a character boost and you're going to start at Osis, and you're going to load in for the first time and go, this doesn't look like the trailer.
Yeah. I can see
Yeah,
that.
and it doesn't play like anything.
It doesn't
I was
play like
looking for
anything
from the
else. Like,
trailer.
this
Yeah.
isn't Jedi Fallen Order. And for me, I'm so under the thing that, like, okay, cool. It's your 10th year anniversary. You wanted a cinematic trailer and the trailer was awesome. Why don't you just put that money into content? And my last thing is where are all the Anthem devs? When Anthem got shut down, supposedly they were all supposed to work on this game. Confirmed, unconfirmed, I don't know. But, like, where did all of the resources go for this game? Because I don't know what happened from July to February 15th, but some disconnect happened there. And what was talked about to what happened are 2 different things. I really hope Keith gets a live stream going or a fucking video and just says, this is our roadmap.
Yeah,
Because
that would be
right
really
now-
nice.
Because right now, I know if you love the content, you're the minority right now. Like PvPers love this expansion right now because PvP feels new and fresh because
Right.
people don't have all the abilities. They can just do what they're doing. But if you're a raider
Yeah.
or a story player, basically this expansion is, huh? And the biggest thing for me is there's no tutorials. I'm going back to it. Like
That's
there's
crazy to
nothing
me.
explaining to you how to do combat styles. There's nothing explaining to you how to acquire gear. I don't even know. So I stayed away from it. I don't even know about the gear. I'm like, okay, so do I have to do Hammer Station 1,000 times? No, you have to do weeklies. What do you mean by weeklies? Well, you have to do so many weeklies and then you get a box that gives you a piece of gear. But once you have that piece of
Right.
gear, the box won't give you that piece of gear again. But you can't mix operations gear with flashpoint gear because flashpoint gear only goes up to this level. And my mind is just scrambled. And maybe it's because I didn't look into this prior that I'm so lost.
Yeah, but you
But-
shouldn't really have to.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
you shouldn't have to.
A game should lay that out for you.
Right.
Right.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't have to go be following the blog posts on the game's
No.
website.
But there is no
to know
blog
how the
post.
hell to,
Yeah,
or
there's nothing-
whatever
Well,
in the forums, wherever they were explaining the changes as they go along. Like you shouldn't have to be referencing that to know how to play all the
Yes.
new
well, and
core concepts in the game. You know,
even if they didn't they didn't do it, but they have such a great and strong content creators. They could have linked, like, check this walkthrough out with SWTOR stuff, blah, blah, blah. Use what you have.
Yep.
There are
Right.
great content creators,
resources.
and they're not even using that as a resource.
That disappointed me hugely because I love
Yes.
community events. I like organizing them. I like being a part of them. And just to see them kind of not even tap into their content creators, it's like you guys, all of you would have been like so down to like
Yeah.
participate in that and
Mhm.
hype
Yes,
it up. Can
free
you
too. The
imagine?
work would have been done free.
No
Right.
shit.
Everyone would have been like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds great. Feature me. My channel gets more stuff."
Right.
Well, it's
Like,
not,
I'll-
you don't
I get
even
to do
need to
this,
feature
whatever.
me.
Yeah.
But I am going to preference this. If you're one of the fucking assholes out there that is threatening the devs, go fuck yourself
Oh,
and
yeah, no,
don't
that's not
ever
good.
come near me and spit that shit.
Yeah.
The devs do the best job that they can. We're all frustrated about it, but you should never threaten
No.
and treat other streamers and content creators like they're the reason why this happened.
Nope. They're not. Yeah.
This
Right.
is an executive problem.
Right, exactly. Like this is
Yeah.
yes. Somehow this reminds me of Battlefield 2042. Game wasn't ready, EA pushed it out and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this game is a disappointment." Well, no shit, it's a disappointment. It wasn't ready.
Right.
And I am always a believer that I would much rather of them said, "Look this shit isn't ready. We're delaying until July.
Yeah.
Sorry."
cool.
Yeah.
But like we would have all been like, "Oh, look at another delay." But you know what? In July, if it released and it was awesome, you forget about it. I'll give an
Yep.
example. When we do your kitchen, on day 1, we demo that shit. Week 3 out of 10, you lose your kitchen sink. You want to talk about frustration in a household? When you lose your kitchen sink and you have to wash dishes
Yeah.
in your tub,
Yeah.
it sucks. Okay. There's no dishwasher. It's hands and fucking knees in a tub. And if I come to you and say on week 9.4, hey, I'm delaying another 2 weeks. What? Meltdown.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's done, those 2 weeks go by and you have your kitchen, you forget about the struggle that you just went through because you have your
Right,
shiny
perfect.
new kitchen and it's fucking awesome and everybody's happy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but
for me,
if you said that and then if you said, "Oh, I need to delay a 1 week instead of 2 weeks," and then the kitchen was screwed up and there was
Yeah.
a gap between the countertop and the sink and whatever, you know what I mean? Then people would remember you delayed and it's screwed up.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Hmm.
So it's yeah, so I'm
Frustrated, obviously.
I
frustrated.
I want them to be a lot more
transparent
with us. Like, if
Yeah.
you don't have the team, that's cool. Just let us know. Give
It's
us
too
like,
late though.
give us it is too late for that, but maybe they'll live and
Mhm.
learn. But being transparent and having a roadmap that actually is going to have stuff that's going to be coming out, and
Yeah.
just be honest with everybody. I think
Yeah.
I think it would go a long way with
I do
people.
too. With this community's awesome. Like, it's I don't know. I just think that
It's unreal how great
it
this
is.
community is.
yeah, and
It's
if
a
they
phenomenon.
it feels like they don't participate in the
No,
community enough.
They don't.
It's
How about this? Out of most of the big MMOs, the viewership on Twitch and SWTOR is probably the lowest, but the community is so tight knit. Like, you go into streams, I'll go into your stream, Kitty or Treats, one of yours, and two of my friends are in there chatting with you, and it's like we're picking up where we left off earlier in somebody else's stream.
Exactly.
And it's just, we all know each other and we all support each other, and it's like, okay, we're here all to win together for the game.
Right.
Mhm. We're all on
And-
the same team, basically.
Yes.
I mean, the community is so strong and so into it that there was a fucking stand player or a content creator stand that wasn't supported by the team or the company that I know of to be there at Celebration, the last Celebration. SWTORista set all that stuff up for her on her own, got it all going, paid for it and everything because she has passion for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody came together that she asked to help because they had passion for the game. And the devs were like, I remember them saying like, hey, does anybody else have a community run stand at, at the conventions? No. But this community is so tight.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea where I'm going with this, but I don't know.
They don't utilize the
They
community.
don't utilize it, right?
Or participate
And they
in it,
don't
really.
participate. Exactly. Thank you,
it's
Kitty.
it's just kind of, to me, like lately, and I'm all over Twitch, like all over Twitch. I'm on Twitch all the time. I see all because I love Twitch. I love SWTOR on Twitch, and I see like them popping into some people's SWTOR streams and dropping random codes on the launch day and maybe a day or two after or whatever. But that's the only participation that I have witnessed.
Yeah.
They've never come into my stream.
Yeah, and they didn't come into Kitty's stream either, which,
Yeah,
no
we're only
comment.
streaming like 8 to 9 hours a day. So.
right?
Right.
Okay. But I'm just saying, it's so weird to me. Like, they popped in and dropped some sub codes and stuff. I don't know. It just gives me the idea that, I've got a bit of a marketing background, and I'm just thinking that they want their subs to look good. Like, they need to have a strong subscriber base after this launch. It has to be thick. They want it to, it seems like that's what the goal is, rather than the hype and enjoying it with the community, which is what I would love to see, because that's what I love. And I was like, I want that job just so I can do it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so disappointing on the community part.
Like, I don't have a business background, so I might be talking out of my ass here, but
Go ahead.
I feel like if you engage in those community events, you get the subs. You're like,
Mhm.
if you're supporting your community,
Yep.
you get more subs because people are passionate about it. People want to be a part of that culture,
Right.
versus if you just like, obviously giving out free sub codes is just inflating your sub numbers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's like, you're putting that passion back into it and having fun and hype with the community, people would be like, yeah, I want a sub. You'd get organic subs rather than just a sub because it was free.
I think in all of this is because the content that was released 2 days ago. I mean, somebody said to me, Marcus, I went to the store. I bought a shit ton of snacks. I bought some soda. I bought some seltzer. I was ready to play the X-Pack, and I was going to play it all day long. And I signed in and I played 2 hours of story, and it was over. And I was like, well, what the fuck do I do now?
Right.
And okay, so now I but there's nothing telling me, oh, in order to upgrade your gear, you have to do this.
Right.
And I don't know. I know that they're gonna fix it, but I'm so sick and tired of games releasing and then they fix it 3 weeks later because they can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The tutorial thing for me is what blows my mind. Like, how is that not the first thing you work on to
I agree.
explain your new combat style
Because-
changes?
Nick,
That blows my mind.
because it's not ready.
Right. It's not ready.
It's not ready, but they had to release it.
Mm-hmm.
And
you don't have a working guide at all that you can chuck up there, even text box, something where you're
Right.
like, hey, here's combat styles. Or like, watch this video with animations, something like that. That's a great comic.
Mhm.
So
What is the building?
it's Superman walking, and Superman is BioWare, and he walks by a building
That's
and
on
it
fire.
says SWTOR, and it's on fire, and
He goes into the booth and
and
changes into Clark Kent.
and he goes into the booth and changes into Clark
my.
Kent, and then just blows on it and whistles, wee, 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 and walks by the burning building.
Yeah.
Rip that.
Yeah.
guy.
I don't
I
I
just
don't understand how you have no like nothing to explain combat styles or the new gearing.
and Nick, you're not an avid SWTOR player,
No,
Yeah.
I'm just a dude.
right?
Well,
you play it to play the story for a little while until you get sick of doing it, and then you move on, and then you come back.
Right.
And then you play a little more story, and then you get sick of it, and you come back. You're
Right.
not us. You're not
I'm
me,
not an
treats,
MMO
and
guy,
kisses.
you know?
Mhm.
Right?
And that's
Yeah.
my major fault.
I get what you're saying though, because when you release something new, even if it's
even if
an old game, it's still you got to cater to new players. You have to, because new players are how you make money, because
Grow.
you want to bring
Right.
in new players, but you also have to think about the loyal players that have been playing for like 10 years or whatever it is.
I
And-
would want to do it more for them. Like explain, hey, you're
Yeah.
used to this.
Mhm.
You go in, you do this. This is how everything works. We're changing that drastically, but we're not going to explain any of it.
Or how about
Good luck.
or when you're logging in at the login screen with all your characters, big bold box that says when you log in, abilities will be gone.
Gone.
Right.
Right.
Notice
Yeah.
things are going to look different.
Mhm.
Nothing. And for me, I'm just like, man,
Yeah,
I-
it even could have been done as. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
it's fine.
Like a little, hollow tutorial with
Yeah.
like a droid saying, "Hello, we'd like to announce some new things that are
It'd
happening."
be hilarious.
And
Yes.
Yeah,
kind
it'd be
of just
cute.
run you through it, even if it only was like 30 seconds to give you like a basic download.
Yep.
That would have been like, it would have been great.
And I mean,
Yeah,
you
you
could
could
cater
have,
that to both new and old players. Like, it wouldn't have to be just one or the other. Like, you could make it so everybody got to go through it and learn it, and then you're
Mhm.
set to
And
start gaming.
it could be fun. You could have like, you could show little video clips of some random tune. It's like, you can have combat, more than one combat style. They pull out a lightsaber and then they pull out a sniper rifle. Or
A demo
something.
of
You know what I
some
mean?
sort.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
Choose your style, something like that. This is going to be different. And if it's just like a tumbleweed going by, that's
Right.
absolutely bananas to me.
So, in AIE stuff, so every week we're going to highlight a certain part of AIE because there's so many games that AIE plays, and we're so excited to talk about it. So this week, Guild Wars 2 is getting their big End of Dragons expansion on February 28th. Which that's another long-running MMO, but this is supposed to be the end of all dragons is coming to attack you or some shit like that. I don't actually play it. It sounds awesome, but their mandatory fun night are Monday nights from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time, which is the correct time zone no matter where you live in the world.
Yes. That does
sounded like-
not count towards the fart contest.
Yes.
I think Marcus is full of shit.
So anyway, please join in. Also, too, SWTOR stuff. Tuesdays are the mandatory fun night. Every first Friday of every month is Master Mode Flashpoints, which
Yep.
now you have to be level 80 to be able to do a Master Mode Flashpoint. And in order to do operations, you have to be level 80. I didn't even get into that. That is not
That's
noob.
not cool either.
No, that is not new player friendly
No.
to learn how to play. But
That
they
doesn't-
didn't scale the game back. Whatever. Moving on. But
Wow.
the last Saturday of every month. So that is this month. It will be Saturday,
the 26th.
Thanks, Nick. That's the 4th Saturday of the month.
All right, let me just take over because I know Marcus is not great at explaining things. That are a little bit complicated sometimes. 4 Saturdays is a lot of Saturdays.
That is a lot of Saturdays.
So
Mhm.
let me just break it down for you so you understand.
Okay.
It sounds like this. It sounds like Saturday, 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 and it's Mega, the monthly Epic Guild activity where we'll sell you the whole sea, but you only need the edge. Mega.
It never gets old.
Your camera
So,
work is great on that, by the way.
Yes.
So that's new. I started doing that last week.
So the
I like it.
so this month's Mega, I don't even know what we're doing because it's going to be really geared towards gearing in 7.0. Which
And yeah, you got to figure it out.
I don't even know what to do yet. So I'm hoping that, our favorite content creator, SWTOR, figures it out for me, and she puts out an awesome video that says, hey, in order to get gear in 7.0, you have to do this. And then I will gear Mega towards that. But that's Saturday, February 26th. Join us for
Mega.
And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Get our Discord information in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Click that button, join the Discord, see all of the wonderful games we play, because we would love to have you. And I know we've been going at this for a while. Nick, I know you have to pee.
I definitely do. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we've got some questions for Kitty Treats. And we've discussed a lot of these with our old pal Kitty Kisses already, but let's hear it from the dynamic duo because you guys do a lot of dual streaming, which is fairly unique. Do you want to explain that first before we dive into the hard-hitting questions?
Oh, yes.
You
Yes.
go.
All right.
Nick,
well, I mean,
Marcus, what's it?
did you want to know about the dual streams?
Yes.
I think so. Let's start
How
with
it
that.
started? How it started? Because
Yeah,
was kind
give
of random. I mean, like we met through Kitty's stream, and so when I came to visit,
I should explain that, or we should
Right.
start with
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
You guys
thank you,
both-
thank-
Let's
Thank
back it all up.
let's back that ass up and start
Back
over.
that ass up. So
Back that
Kitty
ass up.
Kisses, friend of the show, obviously for a long time, been on 1 million times, streams, stars on
1
public.
million times.
Million times.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Million times.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Kitty Treats here
Yes.
made that username completely unrelated, unknowing Kitty Kisses existed
Years
Yes.
ago.
years ago.
Years ago.
right?
Yes.
Also, were you streaming on Twitch prior to or no?
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, I started probably 5 years ago or something like that. I think it was probably like 2016, 2017 or something like that. I started streaming art as Kitty
Oh,
Treats.
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you come across Kitty Kisses' stream to begin with?
Well, okay, so I had played SWTOR years ago, and it was, back then it was like super glitchy. I was still hung up on WoW, so I just said, fuck it. I'm just going to stick with WoW because I was into raiding and PvP and all that shit.
Okay.
But then I got to where I was just like, okay, WoW, we're breaking up. I don't, whatever. I don't like this expansion. I'm done. Let's try SWTOR
Yeah.
again because I've always been obsessed with Star Wars. And I was like, let's give it a shot. It looks pretty cool. Like it's still booming. So I started playing it for a month or two or something like that. And then I was like, I want to see if anybody is like streaming this on Twitch. Because I had a hard time figuring some stuff out. And I thought, if somebody's streaming it, maybe I'll learn some shit. So I looked around.
Right.
I saw somebody named Kitty Kisses. And I'm like, okay. There's a kitty cat there. I'm going to click on that. And right when I rolled up into this fucking stream, he's like all close up, and I'm like, oh, he's fucking cute. All right, cool. I'm gonna stay. And he's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, like that, doing his fart sounders and shit. I'm like, I am really attracted to this. I'm staying for a little while. Like this. I'm like, I don't know. This is like sexy and funny at the same time. This is awesome. So I was like, and he's playing SWTOR. So I stuck around, and that, I mean, like, I don't know. That was my first experience in his channel.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, it was awesome.
And we started talking a little bit, and she'd be in stream talking, and she would say something, and I'd be, are you fucking with me? Are you like, have you been following the stream, and are you like stalking or something? And it just kept happening, and it kept happening that we had the same sense of humor. We liked all the same stuff. And eventually I was like, hey, because it was COVID, I was like, hey, what do you think about going on a virtual date? And she's like, no.
Actually, the first time.
Well, see, the fact is she said that is not exactly true. So the
Not
no
exactly
did
true.
come out.
Yeah.
So
it did.
here's what it was. Okay. So like at that moment.
Oh, hey, everybody listening to the podcast, Kitty Treats cheeks are bright red.
Yeah, they
now.
are.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
totally red.
I was totally
Full
embarrassed
embarrassed
talking
mode.
about myself. Actually. I don't like I don't.
She keeps
Okay.
pointing
No way, this
too.
is
Look
great.
at her stall
Anyway.
tactics.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So he messaged me that, and I was like, fuck, in my brain. I'm like, fuck yes. I totally want to do this. Fuck yes. Like, I was so into it. And then I'm like, okay, wait.
Okay.
You have to be an adult here. You have to slow down. You can't. I had all kinds of shit going on. Like, I was getting ready to move to Portland. Actually, I was looking at places in Portland. We didn't actually know that each other. Did we know at that time where each other lived? I think we maybe did.
I think because Kitty Treats lived in Southern Oregon and I
In
lived up in
Ashland.
Portland. And I think we knew that we were both in the same state. That's why I pursued you. Because I was like, oh, you know, this could actually work. And at the time, I had been celibate for years and going to therapy and not being in any relationship so I could get my shit together.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Remember, you've talked about it on here.
Yeah, and do you guys remember what he just said? He pursued her.
Yes. He did.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I was just
That one's straight out of the database. Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
my thing was just like, I just said, you know, hey, can we just like wait a little bit? Or what did I say? I can't remember what I said. Something like that.
can we
But it
just
was
be
like,
friends?
Can we just
Oh,
keep it
you
how
put
it
him
is
in the
now?
friend zone?
No, it didn't
You
say
got
friends.
friend zoned? Get out.
I said, can we keep it the way it is for now?
Yeah,
Flip the
we keep
table.
it the way it
And
is for now. And
then-
I'm like, of course.
Because I was going through like a lot
You're a
of
better
movie
man
stuff.
than I, sir.
Because
I was trying to, you know, get my ADHD treatment started, all that shit. But like that didn't last very long because like I kept going we kept talking. Like it was nothing changed. Like we were just talking.
Yeah.
And then finally I was like, all right, since I said that, I'm like, I'm gonna see if he wants to still do that virtual date. Like so I think I texted you and asked.
yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yes.
Because a lot of the time people say, no, keep it how it is. And then it just
Goes nowhere.
it goes
Yeah.
nowhere. That's like 99.9% of the time. You
Mhm.
following back up is like
Yeah.
the golden egg dropping down
Yeah.
for
yeah,
guys.
it was awesome.
I
You're
was
just like, yes,
was-
let's fucking go.
Yeah, I was like I wanted to right when he asked, but I thought maybe just
Yeah.
because I had been single for a long time, and then I just thought I was going to perpetually be single. I thought
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
incompatible with people, and I was afraid that I'd fuck something else up. So I was like, and I didn't fuck up past relationships, but I felt like maybe I, you know, should not rush into anything or whatever.
Makes
And
sense. That's healthy.
So, but yeah, I mean, it was like I was so excited. I mean, I even thought I was like, I had told friends that I thought I was asexual.
We told each other that we
Yeah.
were asexual.
We both
Wow.
thought that.
Yeah.
Like it is not the case. I can tell you that for a fact. That is
I
not
love it.
not the case.
And I was like, you know, I had been out of the game for so long. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm on medication, so my sex drive is very, you know, low.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I don't even know if I could get a boner anymore. So I was like a little bit like standoffish, but I was like,
I mean,
Mhm.
fuck
you,
it.
you can get a script for that pretty easily.
Oh, we don't need it.
But I
I mean, you don't. Okay, you never.
Sometimes, listen.
Oh, it was just scary.
Sometimes-
What I'm saying.
But I understand that. But sometimes you just need to see some titties,
Yeah.
and your body's going to do the
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, it ends up we're not asexual.
Not.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's
So,
awesome.
so you guys
So then
met.
how-
So you started. Go ahead, Nick.
I was
just
going to say, formulate the question essentially, but so you guys met. You both
Mhm.
had streamed previously. Were you
Mhm.
streaming also now? Kitty Treats. I know Kitty Kisses was
Oh, you mean was I streaming at the time I met him?
correct.
No, I had taken a break from it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Then so you guys meet. The romance blossoms,
Yeah.
and then you discuss streaming together. Is that how the dual stream sort of came to be?
Not really. We were kind of stupid about it. Actually.
Yeah, we were totally dumb. We were really dumb about it. She came to visit, and so she'd already been here for a couple days, and I was like, "Hey, we should dual stream."
Somebody in the chat was like,
Oh yeah,
"Why don't
somebody
you put it?"
even said, "Why don't you guys dual stream?" And
Yeah.
so she jumped on her laptop, and we got it together and did a
Mhm.
dual
So-
stream.
I'm going to throw a wrench into this bullshit conversation that we're having
Okay.
because so Kitty was streaming almost every day. Okay. And then all of a sudden, Kitty Kisses disappears for like 3 fucking days.
That's right. I had not missed a day in over a year.
So like every day when I'm doing the dishes, I'm fucking my phone is sitting on the windowsill and I'm watching Kisses stream. And I'm like, where the fuck is he?
Oh, that's
So
right.
one day, and I was like, where the fuck is he? Okay, whatever. Day 2 comes and he's not streaming. And I'm like, all right, this is a little fucking weird. So day 3, I finally texted him and I was like, motherfucker, where are you? Tell me you're okay. And he's like, oh, Kitty Treats came to visit me and we're having the most wonderful time. I guess.
Marcus called me about this. He
Yes.
goes,
Yeah. And
Are
then
you
he's
serious?
like, yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. And he's like, I guess I should have told the community that I was taking a couple days off. I was like, dude, everybody thinks you're fucking dead.
Yeah, because I suck at internet and phone. I'm
Yeah.
terrible
Mhm.
at it.
And he's like, okay, so and then he said it. He's like, he messaged me the next day and he's like, okay, anytime I'm going to take more than 2 days off, I will make sure I let everybody know. Because when he came back, everybody's like, oh my God, you're alive. Like he disappeared off the face of this earth. And then all of a
my
sudden,
God.
the next day after that, you get like 700 pictures of them making goofy faces all over Portland. And it was fucking hilarious. So
Yeah, it was pretty
was
funny.
good. Yeah.
It was
It
really
was
funny.
awesome.
yeah, so I had to
That's
throw a wrench
fantastic.
in that disappearing act. He pulled a Houdini on his entire Kitty Kisses community.
Well, actually, you know what? What happened is I didn't tell anybody and I streamed regular and I said
Mhm.
that there was a big secret. And then Kitty Treats came on the camera and I was like, here's the surprise. I'm out.
Yeah.
Just stop streaming right there.
I popped on for a little bit. That was it.
that's a great clip.
It was just
Yeah.
like no warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, that's great. But Treats, I do have a question.
Mm.
What's your favorite video game of all time?
Favorite video game of all time.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely.
You can give us the top 3.
Echo.
Okay.
Like a Mount
Sorry.
Rushmore, if you will.
I think I'm gonna have to do top 3 because right now all I'm playing is SWTOR and I fucking love it. So that right now is my favorite. But if I had to pick, a second, I think for sure, like I have to put World of Warcraft in there because I played it for 12 years and it was fucking bomb. Like I loved it. Like it wasn't, I don't know. It was just super fun. I loved all the content until the last 3 expansion packs. But like the ones before it were like it was just amazing. Like I loved every scrap of it, and oh my gosh, those are top 2. I don't know if I can come up with a third. Maybe if I had to pick one, maybe a console. Borderlands. You guys ever played Borderlands?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
another game that I was just fucking obsessed with. Like it was just, I don't know. That was a huge game for me. The first one specifically. Definitely.
Are you thinking about playing that new Tiny Tina game that's coming out?
Probably not. I'm still stuck on SWTOR. I usually just play
That's
one
fair.
game at a time. But if I was gonna play another game, yeah, I would probably try Borderlands.
Yeah.
I love it. Like the art style is so awesome. I love that about it too. So yeah,
Borderlands is really cool.
it was really
it was
fun.
really cool.
We have someone who's worked on the Tiny Tina game coming up on the show.
Oh, really?
in a few weeks.
Very nice. Very nice.
Quick sneak preview.
Ooh.
It's not announced yet, I don't think. Did we announce that anywhere? I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
It's breaking news. I probably wasn't supposed to say that.
Whoops.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
Oh my.
What do you? Well, I kind of already know the answer to this. What are you playing on PC or consoles?
I only really play on the PC. I'm a big computer geek, so I don't know. I think it's just more comfortable.
I think so too.
And I think it's a little more customizable, so that's why I like it.
Yeah. Once
Yeah,
you go PC, I feel like you never go back.
I agree.
I obviously I've been trying to I was trying to play on my laptop for a long time, and even when I got this, I was like, oh, maybe sometimes I'll use my PlayStation. I'm like, once you go PC,
I know.
don't
Yeah,
have it.
exactly.
I think so too. I did play Borderlands for a long time on Xbox, but
Yeah,
now if I were to play it, I played on the PC.
of course,
Yes.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't
Of
play
course.
it on the Xbox.
Much
Where
better.
was I? Oh, I was over friend of the show, Joey Fetta's house, a while ago, and Pool tried playing Halo with an Xbox controller on his PC because he plays with a controller on his PC,
Mhm.
which
Oh,
is like
wow.
sacrilegious. But
No, it's not.
well, for a first-person shooter, like
Okay,
step it
maybe,
up.
but like
It seems
some
difficult.
games, I love a controller.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't used the controller in so long that like I was terrible. I'm like, man, I don't know if I'll go back to that. You know, I
Mhm.
feel like at least for a shooter, it's just so much better with a mouse. I
Yeah.
feel like I couldn't hit anything. You know,
Yeah.
but anywho, okay.
So,
So-
the biggest question. This is there's
Wait,
two
I don't
really
want to ask this one yet. We got our order is screwed up here. I know what I want to ask. So there's two really important questions.
All
They
right.
tell a lot about who you are.
And hey, everybody in podcast land, do you know that Nick just told me to shut the fuck up without saying shut the fuck up?
yes.
Oh
So
my.
shut up.
Oh
Let me do this
my.
part. I'm fixing it. Okay, so this is important. Think for a second. You can give us a Mount Rushmore for this too, but try to think of your favorite.
There's usually only one.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh man. I think I mean if I had my choice right now, I'd go mint chip.
Mint chocolate chip.
Mint chip. Yes.
Hallelujah.
Fucking delicious. I've always gone
Kitty
for
Kissz
that.
is
awesome.
What's yours? I forgot what you said.
Mine's mint chip.
What?
Is it really?
Surprise. Like brother,
Oh, wait, I
like
knew that.
sister.
Yeah, brother, sister, you know, it's in the family.
Oh, now I know what category is your favorite on Pornhub.
Right?
So
I've always gotten mint chip. But now I want
so
some.
this isn't a question.
Uh,
So recently Kitty Treats helped me get a couple new emotes,
Yeah.
and
Hey, help me with new emotes too.
Oh, that's right.
so and she's currently
Thank you again,
working
Boba.
on my my one animated emote.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I've been so busy I haven't had time to just
Oh,
nail
did
it
I
all
see the
down.
sneak peek for that?
I don't know.
It's
The high
pretty
five?
funny. I thought it was
Yes.
hilarious. I made that in like 15 minutes. I was laughing my ass off the whole time
Yes.
because it's
I
so
love it.
regular.
We'll
The thing's
perfect
great.
it, and it's ridiculous, and it's
Yeah.
going to be amazing. But you know, would you ever do streams of you making emotes for people?
Yeah.
Because I think that's super fascinating
Mhm.
to watch that process
Mhm.
happen.
Yeah.
I was in a call with Rune and Chimeri, and we were talking, and I was like, "Oh, rip that guy." Chimeri's like, "Dude, you need an emote that says that." And I was like, "Well, I would love one, but I'm not a fucking artist." And Rune's like, "What do you want it to be?" And I was like, "Rip that guy." She goes, "Just those words?" I said, "Yeah." And we're talking, and she's like this. I'm like, "How the fuck did you do that so fast?" And she's like, "What do you mean? It's not done." And then Chimeri is like telling her, and Rune's like, "Chimeri, shut up. I'm trying to make it perfect." It was hilarious.
That's
But, like,
funny.
25 minutes later, I had an emote, and that's probably one of my Marcus Hart that Treats made, and my Rip That Guy are probably the two most used emotes now.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's
It's-
cool.
Yay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's fucking cool.
So, well, hopefully you get back to your single streaming.
I know.
And so when Treats streams at Kitty's house, she streams late at night. Kitty goes to bed at like 4:30 in the afternoon. Like we're like 7 hours past his bedtime right now.
Yeah,
Right.
you are actually.
Yeah, no, of course we
Those-
are. So, and it happens every time. So by the time the end of the podcast comes, he's like, guys, I gotta go to bed. See ya, click. But anyway,
Right.
so she has a donation / bit goal, and it's a lot of bits, and I'm not gonna call it out because one day I was like, she was streaming all by herself, and I was like, where's Kisses? And she's like, over there. And I was like, okay, go jump on top of him. How many bits? She's like, I don't know how many bits to wake him up because he's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but how many bits? So she came up with this number, and it's a lot.
It's
I mean,
a lot.
It's way
Yeah.
too much.
Right, way too much.
That's
but
why, because I don't want anybody to do it.
Right, but it's going to happen, and it's going to be the most amazing experience ever because
Oh, no.
because to hear him go, ah, what the
Oh.
fuck? I love you, baby. And go back to stream. He's gonna be so pissed. It's gonna be amazing.
Because I sleep with a mask and earplugs, and I am in a situation.
Now,
situation.
is it-
yeah, and then if somebody touch you, is gonna like, God.
Yeah.
I
Now, let me ask you this: are you wearing the earplugs because all the noise around you like you're a light sleeper, or is it because you like it so quiet, like you want to hear your own thoughts?
I have to hear my own breathing. Like I just like if I notice that so what happened is a long time ago, I was sleeping like shit and I went and Googled everything about how to get better sleep, tried all the different remedies to try and get the best sleep I could, bought a new bed, the whole fucking thing. And I just found what worked for me. And it's earplugs and a face mask
With the TV on.
with the TV on and the fan going
What
And you
the-
know
Fan,
what-
I do.
you
I have
know
a fan
what's really
right now.
funny though.
into
Is
the
that-
mic, babe.
He has the TV on like pretty loud, and he
has
told-
earplugs in.
He told me he had to have it loud because he has earplugs on.
Oh my, what?
We have entered the twilight
Twilight
zone.
I
So
know.
what I do,
I know.
this is what I do is I have one of the earplugs because I sleep on my side. I have one of the earplugs kind of in there. And then
Oh
the
my
other one,
God.
I'm sleeping on. And then once I get comfortable and I feel like I'm starting to doze off, I roll over on to the other one and it gets sunk in there. And then there's a whole method to it.
There's a whole
It's
system.
science.
It's really funny. It's
It
pretty
sounds more like
funny.
an art than science.
See, for me, I just like my kids because I have young kids. They have the sound machines,
Mhm.
so now like I'm addicted to it, and they just got me the
Oh.
sound machine that's controlled by
Ooh.
an app.
Oh, cool.
But I
Nice.
realized that if I'm drunk, I can't listen to running water because I wake up
Oh.
and just stand up and pee on the walls.
That's what I would
Oh,
do.
time out. That runs in our family. by the
Yes,
way. I don't know if
of
you knew
course.
that.
Yes, I do.
My
But
dad. Yeah, I can do the sidebar now. So in college, as one tends to do, you drink a little more excessively than you might some other times in your life, and on more than one occasion, by more than one twice, I got excessively drunk. Thankfully, made it back to my room, and I had a quad. So there's 4 roommates at the time, and apparently I got up, and I don't remember any of this. It was like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours after I'd fallen asleep after being like blackout drunk, and started peeing into my laundry basket.
Nice.
But I don't remember any of it. I like woke up, walked around. They were like, "Nick, no, you can't." I tried to pee in one of my roommates' like tiny little trash can that's like no bigger than like a basketball or a volleyball size.
Oh my
That was
god.
never gonna work. And but like, I was like sleepwalking. So
Right.
my point of my
Yeah.
story is the steps to make a Vernadakis or Bouchard clan person sleepwalk is be wicked drunk, fall asleep, and get woken up by the urge to pee, and you'll sleepwalk.
Oh my god.
So like my dad, apparently my dad did that and peed out a window when he was younger. I have done it to multiple laundry baskets and trash
Oh, my.
cans.
Mine was always I stand up from the bed and just piss on the carpet.
Nice.
I don't know why, but like I never sleepwalk. Otherwise, that never happens any other time, and it's not like I'm. Yeah, it's
That's
not
pretty
like
funny.
and not like I'm just drunk, like I'm sleepwalking. Because like if you're blackout drunk, like yes, you can be so bad where you're not logical, but like you can get redirected to. There's a certain behavior set. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like someone who's
Muscle
sleepwalking
memory.
is a different behavior set. You know what I mean? Like a drunk person can be shuffled to the bathroom. A sleepwalking person will like fight you.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So they're like, fuck it.
You're
I'm
like,
just
no,
gonna let
this
him.
is the toilet.
Um,
Well, anywho, back at the ranch.
Treats.
Yes.
What are your goals for streaming and your art and all that stuff? Like, what are some goals you have for that moving forward?
Oh, well, I mean, I like the community aspect of it. So I've always wanted to build a community that I can kind of like get hyped with about the game or the art or whatever I'm doing. So building a community, reinforcing Kitty's community. You know, I really love helping him with his stream and doing, some management type stuff there. That's really fun. I love that. But goals for my own, I just really want to be able to draw stuff that doesn't exist. Some fun characters and things like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe
make some NFTs.
yeah. Oh no. I don't know about that. That's where the money's at right now. Shit. But I don't know about that. But I don't know. I just like to create, even if it doesn't really have a purpose, I guess. Just like kind of creating alongside the community what they want to see, what I want to see, that kind of stuff. That's why I like doing the emotes, is because, it's like you're excited, like, one of your emotes, you like want this thing with the pink shorts or what the fuck ever, like that fun stuff. I think it's hilarious.
I wore
get to
those
do fun
pink
shit.
fucking short shorts for 17 fucking
Right.
hours.
Like, it's hilarious.
That whole stream.
The entire stream.
It's
My
fucking
nuts.
hilarious.
My nuts hurt so bad because they were like
Oh, no.
sandwiched inside those pink short shorts.
They're like
Right.
I think I
sneeze.
did the truffle shuffle like 7 times in the pink short shorts.
Did anybody clip it?
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go check. I'll
Jinx.
probably have to check. But anyways, yeah, that's, I don't know, just kind of the community part is my goal. I mean, I have a full-time job, good job. I don't really go for like the career aspect of it. It's just like more for the fun
Yeah,
community aspect of it.
I'm with you there.
Mm-hmm.
Watching a community grow, like Nick and I started this podcast, however, 4 years ago. And then one day I was like, the same way with the podcast started. Hey, I think I'm gonna start streaming. Fucking do it. Actually, I
Yeah.
think
Right.
Nick said, about fucking time.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
you know,
I think
and
I
it
was
just
like, dude, why are you not doing that?
right. And it
Mhm.
started off and like we were like, let's start a Discord. And we started to do it. And like the community is amazing. Like
yeah.
the amount of people that
Mhm.
show up and like there'll be like I'll be busy at work and I'll show up and like every channel in the Discord has
Notifications.
notifications like what the fuck just happened, or random people join the Discord and I get so excited. Like anytime somebody joins the Discord, my tail's like wagging and I don't have a tail. You know what I mean? I'm like, ooh, new person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's amazing to watch that happen. And then getting Nick to stream his one night a week. And it's like Monday nights or Nick's night. You know what I mean? Like I watch 3 streamers on Monday, Nick, Kogus, and Chimeri, and it's fucking great. And the community makes everything so awesome.
It does.
It does. It's so much fun. I laugh so hard with these people. It's my favorite thing to do is laugh and be silly and have fun.
Yeah.
And that's most of what I want the stream for, is just to have fun and laugh. And
Yeah.
Kitty and I do tons of that.
Oh, man.
So can I ask a favor?
What's that?
Your next stream, solo stream,
Uh-huh.
I'll get in a Discord and we'll do the animated emote live.
Okay. Fuck yeah, let's
That
do
sounds
it.
great.
That'd be fun.
And
Done.
like,
Yeah.
we'll, and like also too, like we should get like a page so like we can start promoting you as like the emote person, because
I don't know if I want it.
you don't want to do
Oh.
more work.
I just want to do
Want to at
certain
your own
amount.
pace.
Yeah, at my
Yeah.
own pace, selective.
That's-
Just
We
You
can
know.
always
totally
say
get
no.
that. I
Yeah.
like That's my thoughts on my per diem job working in the
Mhm.
emergency department. I used to work there full time.
Yeah.
And you definitely get burnt out,
Jeez, I can
especially
imagine.
Yeah.
in the pandemic. But it's nice to but they're super short staffed now, so they offer lots of bonus money if you pick up a shift.
Mhm.
So I'm it's nice to know you only have to go into the chaos for at when you want, the little 4-hour,
Exactly,
8-hour
yeah.
chunks.
Right.
It's you're not obligated, and that's when you
Mhm.
feel terrible about it.
right.
Right.
But so I can get that, especially if it's something you care, you're passionate about, or you like. If you're being forced to do it because you're
Mhm.
the person, you know what I mean? It's a job, then it
Right.
ruins
changes
it almost.
it. It does change
does,
it. Like I like
yeah.
Yeah.
I like to draw, I like to make the emotes, but I kind of like to make the ones that are kind of funny and that are
Right.
that are fun and make me laugh while I'm doing it, and just
Right.
with the community people, that friends and stuff. It's kind of
Yeah.
selective, but I do plan on doing them. It's just I want to be selective about it.
Of course.
Well, and you want to make sure, like me,
Mhm.
I remember when we were working on the other ones, you were like, "Hey, I'm working on." I'm like, I am in no fucking rush.
Yeah, because
because it's my own
Yeah.
job. How many
Mhm.
of my friends ask me to build stuff for them, and I'm like, "Look, I can build you." I've had to build
Yeah.
Nick a shelf for his PC
Mhm.
for
For,
3 months. He
Yeah.
knows he's gonna get it, but when I can get there, it's I'm not
Right.
here to bust balls.
Yeah.
I get
Right.
it. We're all fucking busy, and
No
I
shit.
look at
yeah.
Twitch or art for you or
Mhm.
whatever is a hobby. We have
Yeah.
our career, and I want to enjoy my fucking kids
Yeah.
as much
and
as I can.
Yeah.
I really do like using the art skill though to create fun things like that
Yeah.
for you guys. I think it's really fun. So
Yeah.
being able to do that is awesome. It's just that's why I'm selective about it, so that every time
Yeah.
I do it, it's super fun.
Right.
Makes perfect sense.
It's fucking great. All right.
So, is it
Nick,
my
can I
question
do
or
this
your
one
question?
and then you do the big one?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite stream moment from the dual streams?
Oh, that's a big one, I think. Let's see.
Yes.
Well, I know that I love, and I think Kitty should answer this one too. I want to know what his
Oh, yeah,
favorite
I want
one
both
is.
sides.
He's
Yeah,
going to be
okay.
on the fucking hot seat too.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
know.
Good, because I think
You can't say the same thing.
no, which we probably would because we're terrible about that. But I love when we laugh our asses off,
Yeah.
and I actually get when I watch, because I just recently made a new compilation of our clips
Mhm.
from the dual
Mhm.
streams. It was a fucking blast making that, because I was laughing at myself, laughing at him. And I think my favorite is when he discovers something gross on his pants. And he goes, this. Okay. This is what he says. He goes, if you watch him in the clip, because I clipped it and you can see him, he goes like this, he licks his finger
Oh,
twice
no.
and looks down at his pants and he's rubbing it, right? Because he sees something on his pants.
Yeah.
And I'm over there just minding my own business, gaming or whatever. And he goes, "Oh, I just found something on my pants and you're really going to like it." And the reason why he says that is because we never go anywhere hardly.
Yeah.
We went to this, what was it, the Adidas store?
Yeah, I went to
thing,
the
and-
Adidas store.
And everybody knows Kitty always wears black pants, right? Okay. Well, those
Yeah.
pants are also his napkins, because whenever he eats, he
Yes.
he wipes his
He's
hands.
a fucking dude.
Yeah.
Right.
I
That's
do that
what
all the
dudes
time.
do.
I wipe my hands on my shoulders for some reason. But anyway, he wipes his hands on the ass of his pants and down his legs. And we were in line at this Adidas store, and he had these big white swipes down his ass. And he walked in front of me and I just fucking lost it. I was laughing, and I was laughing and looking at his butt and laughing, and he's like, what? And then I said, "You've got shit all over your pants." And we're at this place. It's kind of, these
Public,
upscale
and,
people
yeah.
around us. And he does one of those turns and looks at his butt, he turns around in front of all these people. And then I just started laughing even more. So him saying that on stream, "Oh, and you're really gonna like it," is because of that. So then he gets up and he comes over there to show me on stream, and I'm like, "What the fuck's on your pants?" And he shows me, and he's like, "I think it's super sauce." And that's this it's the stuff that we eat that he makes.
Yeah.
It's fucking delicious, by the way. But that is my favorite, and that is in that compilation. It is fucking hilarious. I had to get up from my seat because I was laughing so hard, and I was like crying, laughing. It was great. That's my favorite.
I love that. That's a great answer.
All right, Kitty
Yeah.
Wait,
Kisses.
before we go on though,
Oh.
what is super sauce? Is it soup or is it
Kitty?
sauce?
It's both.
Or is
It's basically like it's a dipping sauce. It's basically like a Thousand Island, but I make it for
Super.
it's got a lot of shit in it, and it's
It's
so
delicious.
fucking good.
We eat a
Really
lot of
awesome.
it.
Yeah, so we dip everything in it, and the sauce gets on my pants, and I don't
Got it.
realize it until later, and then I have to show her that my dumbass spilled a bunch of super sauce on my crotch. I didn't know
It was,
until 2 days later, and
it was like
in the middle of streaming.
it was like 3 inches in diameter. Is
It was
what I'm
big.
saying. Like
Yeah,
a big
that's a
old
good
blob.
one.
Yeah, it was just like, and it was it totally solidified, so you could
It was
basically,
crusty.
yeah, it was gross,
Yeah.
It
but
was funny.
super
Good
cool, super
yeah.
fun
And funny.
I don't
I
know
laugh.
what my favorite. I can't think of one specific thing. It's just okay. I think this is one of them. So we do this thing on the stream where we fuck with each other by going like, let's say, I was making a remark about I forgot what it is. It was a very Danny Trejo. I was
okay.
talking about Danny Trejo, and Kitty's like, who? And I go, yeah, it's Danny Trejo. And she goes, what? And I go, Danny Trejo, he's famous. She's like, who? And I go, Danny, fuck you. And because she totally got me, and everybody in the chat knew she had me, and she
Yeah.
strung me along and got me to, like, get really serious about it. And I
And they
was
were
like,
even
oh
saying,
my
Spike is
God.
machete.
I just knew I got, and it was really, really funny.
And
really, really
that's
funny.
he's gotten me too. And then
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh fuck it, and we laugh. We just
Yeah.
fucking laugh about it. It's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's really funny.
I think even people in the chat when that happened were like, she's fucking with you. She's fucking. They're trying to rat me out. Some of
Uh-huh.
them were. I think Tsunami.
Tsunami.
He's the one.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
He's
great.
fucking. He won 2020. What year is it? Is it 2020? Oh, he was 2021's top troll.
Yeah,
He won that moniker for the stream. He's really, really funny.
he's great.
Yeah.
Love that.
So for me, I'm just saying my favorite dual stream moment is when Treats had us all write something or make videos or audio clips, and to see Kisses get uncomfortable on stream because he's always goofy, but like
Mhm.
hearing people say nice things about him, he you saw him like melting in the chair.
Shriveled up.
Yeah. Like he was turtling.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He was.
yeah. And to see that pure emotion of happiness towards Treats because she did something so nice.
Yeah. It was so
and then
sweet.
at the same time, like actually hearing his community with words or video or whatever say it, like our feelings towards you, that you're awesome, blah, blah, blah. It's overwhelming. And it was so organic and magical to see that. That was my favorite dual stream moment.
Yay!
That
I'm
was
glad
good.
you liked
yeah,
it.
I do not like that.
Compliments?
Yeah.
And I joked with him that's why I stood beside him because I didn't want him to get up and leave.
Yeah, because I would have got it.
Nah, I would have let him. I told him he had to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
He was
But
like,
it was
"It's
just
really
such
long."
a sweet thing to do. And being single for so long, and having somebody do something so nice for me, just kind of like, it was very
puts you
sweet.
over the edge.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like, wow.
I loved
shit.
doing it too. It was amazing. It was great.
Yeah.
All right.
The most important question.
Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, mostly Kitty Treats, of course. All right. This is another make or break question.
Uh-oh.
Who is your favorite Star Wars character in all of Star Wars?
That's pretty easy for me, actually. It's Obi-Wan.
Oh, good.
Most of the time it is
Obi-Wan.
easy.
Obi-Wan. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Why?
He's always been my favorite because I feel like Obi-Wan is I don't know, his motivations. I've loved in Clone Wars where, he had the opportunity to be in a relationship, but he decided, like, he said, I'll give this up for you. I would have given this up for you, but they both decided that they had to rise above that and go, live the life of the Force, be married to the Force, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I just really love that. But I also, I thought he was really amazing in the original, trilogy. I thought he was always my favorite, even as a kid. Like, I thought, now that's somebody that I feel like would take care of you. Like, if you were around them.
Yeah.
That's the way I felt about him. Like, he would if I met him as a kid, like back when I first watched Star Wars, I think he would take care of me. I'd be safe with that man. That's what I felt like. So I've always thought he's in everything. He's my favorite.
Awesome.
Like all of the movies, Clone Wars especially.
Is he like the model for a Jedi Guardian?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes sense. You get the same vibe, like
Guardian.
Protector
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
I totally understand
Yeah.
that.
I love that safe feeling that he has.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
He's like really, really badass at fighting, but also good in the Force. He has
Yes.
like a really benevolent, like source of like positivity and good.
Mm-hmm. And
You
he's not just
Sincere.
Yes, he's sincere.
Sincere.
But he's not just all serious all the time. He can still
Right.
crack a joke and be fun, but he's
Right.
He's got that security about him.
Absolutely. So you're really looking forward to May 25th.
Oh
then,
my
right?
God, yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm so jazzed about that.
Oh my
Rup,
god.
rup,
me too.
rup, rup.
That's
All
a
right,
good one.
treats. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Wait a minute. Time out.
Whoa.
Two things. I want a quick recap of what Kitty Kissz' favorite Star Wars character
Oh,
is.
sorry, Nick. I'm used to once they do it, that it's done. Go ahead.
Well, we got multiple guests here.
Go ahead, Nick.
Surprise, mine's
Sorry.
Obi-Wan.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
actually, I knew that.
Obi-Wan.
As I'm defending my spiel, I'm like, I think it's Obi-Wan
Yeah.
too.
Obi-Wan, and then followed by Ahsoka, and then Ventress.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mine would be Maul and Ventress, I think.
Good choices.
Mhm.
Marcus, what's yours again?
R2D2.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I remember you
Yeah,
talking about that before.
it made me look at R2D2 a little different after
Yeah.
Marcus said that. I'm like, he's
Mhm.
He is
he's always there.
He's
He
always
will
helping.
always sacrifice whatever he needs to do.
Mhm.
He's solid.
And
He is solid.
Awesome.
yeah.
Mine's complicated. I don't know if you know mine already.
Oh, I know
I wanna know
yours.
What is it?
Mine is actually not a character from sort of the main line, or at least you don't get the details about him. Mine is Darth Bane.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's
So if you
canon.
don't, he is canon.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if that story is specifically is canon, but there's a trilogy of books from when it was that's now Star Wars Legends that you should go read or listen to. But Darth Bane is a Sith between the Old Republic and New Republic or High Republic that at first initiated the rule of two. So he's the one that went from all of the Sith with the infighting and the bickering. and
I
said,
am
screw
all
that.
the Sith.
I'm
Mhm.
killing everybody. And then he also meant my favorite part of that series that like leads into things. He's just like an incredibly badass character that like they explains in the books and stuff. But he's like a classic Sith like juggernaut archetype. He gets these crazy things on him. I forget what they're called now.
Orbalisks.
Orbalisks that like they're
Oh.
these crab creatures that grow that like feed dark side into them.
Wow.
But they're also parasitic, so like they give you extra power, and they're like lightsaber proof armor also. So as they grow bigger, they take up more and more of your body. But it's also this like crustacean suit of dark side power.
Wow, that's cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
that's
he,
really
he
cool.
ends up becoming problematic because it's like
Mhm.
takes over him. But anyways, that's awesome. And at the end of things, he takes an apprentice, of course, because the rule of two. And they leave the book as ambiguous as to whether or not he learns his power of essence transfer. so that he could transfer his soul and force being essentially into someone else. And it leaves it ambiguous as to whether or not he did that when his apprentice tries to kill him.
Interesting. Cool.
So that coupled with, I mean, he was my favorite character just from all that stuff. But then Palpatine goes, I am all the Sith, in Rise, the last movie there. And it could be that every single Sith was really just Darth Bane this whole time,
Oh,
passing
that's
himself
cool.
along. And the cool part is he's now canon, and the base for holocrons, when you buy them at Galaxy's Edge, and there's no kyber crystal in there, is Darth Bane talking about how he's all the Sith.
Ooh,
It's cool.
Which is cool.
that is fucking cool.
So that's my favorite character. I'm a dark side of the Force
Nice.
person. But anywho,
Take two. Treats, where can everybody find you?
Take two. Yes. I am at Kitty Treats on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch.
how do you spell it?
KITTYTREETS.
And
Got it.
Kitty Kisses, how can everybody find you?
You can mostly find me on Twitch TV / Kitty Kisses mostly. And just Google Kitty Kisses with a Z at the end, KITTYKISSZ, and I will be there.
Excellent. Thanks for coming on the show.
This was awesome.
You.
This was a lot of fun.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.